Let me just mosey on up into this here saloon.
I felt like 30 years drop off of my lifespan from that.
Yeah, I was like, I thought this was gothic, like not Western.
This is D&D. You can go from a gothic cathedral into a western saloon by walking 4 feet.
He's not wrong.
And the DM can suddenly turn Russian. Just suddenly, everything's Russia.
There.
Everyone slap squats with a bottle of vodka.
We are now in fantasy Russia, which is now everywhere.
In Soviet hell, you deal devil.
In Soviet hell, devil still takes your fucking soul. He just take it with vodka.
Hey, at least losing your soul that way is enjoyable.
There.
I am the machine.
Make it fun.
You are not the machine, Neri.
Okay. Promotion links have been sent out.
Fuck these bitches. This is Russia. I love that little.
That's a bit that only works because the person doing it is shirtless and fat.
Oh yeah. And just ridiculous in general.
Okay.
It's just delivered with such an honest face.
Shall we get to beginning?
Probably.
Is everyone ready for introductions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as per our normal, alphabetical in the voice chat with the DM going last.
Hello everyone, I'm Ahmed Hunter and I play Thavamith, the half-Goliath, half-Goblin, College of Swords Bard.
I'm Danny Boop. I'm playing Zerali, the Levistus Tiefling College of Glamour Bard.
They fucking.
No.
Not yet.
They totally are.
I am Andy. I play.
Skip Dark.
Oh, we're dark. Oh, sorry. I'm an asshole.
Everybody hurts.
That's not like what Karen...
If you don't stop singing, it's gonna be you that's hurting.
I'm Dark Savior. I play the bird, Herodias. And I'm going to begin a stern talking to this session, it seems.
Damn right you're getting a stern talking to.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know it's serious when Christopher Walken
Golly.
talks to you.
To be fair, I have the right to be mad at Thavamith, because he said, "Oh, I'm not going to tell anyone."
I mean, but Zerali already knew.
I am.
So,
I don't recall him Thav saying that
Anyway.
he's not going to tell anyone. He told you, don't repeat what you said.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I assumed.
And-
Okay, never
and-
mind, continue.
Anyways, let Andy.
I get. Sorry. Okay, I am Andy. I play Neri, the druid, who is having a rough go.
Neri, Druid, Master of Butt Kicking, and many other titles.
Killer of the sort of Avatar of Death, kind of girlfriend to Kundo. You know, that's the thing.
They
I love how
fucking
that's our second title. Anyways, I am Ash or Jim, depending on what you want to call me. I play
Sometimes
Kundo.
even just Z.
Yes, but very rarely. And I play Kundo, the Furbolg Barbarian. The only, I suppose, currently mentally stable, even though that is being questioned at the moment, person in this group.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you talking about? We're totally stable.
And I'm Myth, I'm the DM, and today, all of you will be having a bad time.
I thought you were just
Oh,
going to do the
boy.
today, you.
People might be having a good day, except today, all of you.
thing
Shut
is,
up.
I can see Mr. Popo being DM.
Oh god, that's gonna be the next form we see Bethosia in.
Oh no!
Sup, bitch? No, I mean I do have the Popo eyes as my lock screen for my computer, just because it scares the shit out of people who open it up. What the fuck?
As they should.
Hi. Hi. So, on the last episode of these idiots, the Herodias fucked up.
I will not defend myself.
Her-
I know what I did.
Herodias done insulted the Lord of Hell to his face, which he can take, and then tried to sign somebody else's name on the contract, which he learned very quickly why you don't fucking do that.
Fun
Because
times.
in prison, it might be one of Asmodeus's at will spells.
Oh wow.
He just
You
doesn't
don't
use it all.
say. What was that about killing Asmodeus here, Dias?
Okay, that conversation never happened. It happened off screen between two players, not the characters.
I mean,
For
have
those
fun
of you
trying
that
to
don't
get
know,
them
me and
first.
Armored were talking about killing demons in hell.
Yeah, have fun trying to get to him first.
Hmm.
Well, anyways, y'all went to bed in either a mansion or the trees. And normally sleeping in hell is bad, but since you're in the mansion and the trees are kind of holy, kind of not, they protect
Holy
you
in a
enough.
druidic way.
Yeah, they're really natural. It disrupts hell just enough that you don't have to make saves.
Yay!
Yeah, so
Mansion-
y'all,
Mansion buddies for the win.
yeah, I mean, y'all wake up in various states of rest, depending on if you were lashed to a tree or not.
I was sleeping in a tree. That's what
I
I
was
do.
sleeping on the ground.
Kundo probably did his normal thing of just sleeping while literally sitting in the middle of in the middle of a forest clearing.
That's
looking
how
like
we
a stone
found him.
statue.
So, have my sister and cousin come out of the mansion yet?
No.
The mystical shimmery door of Q.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Thav will exit.
Okay, so Thav. I get to tell
Yeah.
this one first. Neri's hair is a lot shorter than you remember it.
Oh, got a new look, Neri?
Yeah, people grab onto my hair a lot, so can't grab onto what I don't have.
Okay. Zorali's currently taking a bath. You know how long her hair takes to dry?
Yeah. I went dipping in the pond, you could call it.
Okay. How was your night?
Good, I slept sleeping up.
Isn't that uncomfortable?
Not really when you have somebody to lean on.
Yes, you and your boyfriend.
He's not. You know, he's not technically my boyfriend. We're just talking about it.
Talking's, how you start.
You're the worst ever, and I love you.
I love you too, cuz.
How do I look? I still have to go talk to the Asmodeus.
I think maybe we can talk a bit later on cleaning up some of the edges, but otherwise you look great.
Thank you. I need to go find the bird.
Uh-oh.
The girl's going to
yes.
disappear for I need to make sure he's not going to fall and break his neck.
Yes, I actually wanted to talk to him. You see, I talked to him earlier, and I got feedback on what he would like as a room in the mansion. So I wanted his feedback on what I made to make sure that's good for next time.
I'd roll an insight check, but I'm not at my computer. Anyway.
I mean, you could roll an insight check.
I'm not at my computer.
Myth, can you access her character sheet to allow her?
Yeah.
Nope. A 15.
Okay. I don't know if that would if Thomas really trying to hide it.
26. That one thought roll 26 on persuasion.
I mean, was he trying to persuade her to believe something or lying?
He's not. He's not lying. He does want to ask him his feedback.
He's telling a half truth.
He's giving him a side eye. Slightly. Well, I'll let you go find the bird, and I'll try to wake up the old man.
Yes, you go do that. Thought we'll walk over to the trees. Here, Dias, you awake? And try not to crack your head on the ground this time.
Yeah! 20!
Oh, you want me to perceive?
Son of a bitch!
That don't mean much when a person's got a high perception score.
Okay, you can see me in the tree, like, I am very well hidden, but you can see my blue feathers.
Come on,
Yes.
Herodias, I don't mean to...
I'm awake, I will come down. Don't worry, we're okay.
We're okay. Yeah, we're okay, he says as he feels the pointer, or the barrel of Fat Tony's rattle coming on his back. Hey, get the fuck out of my trees. No. You're still in the Druid Grove, so he can't enter.
I don't intend to attack you.
I know, I'm aware.
I had a night of rest, come back with a clear head, and I wanted to talk with you.
Oh, yeah,
Specifically, if you recall our last conversation, I asked you what you would like to see in the mansion as your room.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally. Oh yes.
I did take that into consideration when I cast it this time. So I wanted to make sure you approve it, and any modifications can be made for next time.
Well, might as well take a look, but honestly, I have no reason to complain, but about anything at this point. I've just been thinking things over all night is all, and honestly, I think just some time did some wonders for us.
Yes, it's something that I've learned a bit quite a long time ago with my father and mother, that sometimes just need to take a bit of a break from something and come back with a clear head.
Yeah, just forgive
Anyway.
me. Just dealing with Machiai. I have bad history with them is all. There's wounds that haven't healed. So I ask forgiveness for the events of yesterday.
I will forgive on the act of you trying to get yourself killed. As for the talk of wounds, I'm not gonna lie, we all have our share. You heard some of what Kundo bears, and that's the first time I've heard of it.
True. Everyone has. Everyone, and we all have different pasts. We've all had our own little adventures. Some of them have not been the most fondest.
Yes. Hmm, come along. Thav's going to walk towards where he had the portal as he continues talking. Yes, I admit that I don't really have too much of a tragedy, as some might say. I grew up with my loving family, as my father as a commander of an army. Not many opportunities for, to lose everything, which
All it takes
I
is one bad
sympathize.
mistake.
I sympathize with you on having lost everything, but that's neither here nor there for now. As the two of them end up entering the mansion, Thav will guide Herodias up the stairs, down a nearby corridor to a set of a door. And when Thav opens the door, Herodias sees in this room, which is about 12 feet by 12 feet and 20 feet high, a large pine tree reaching from the bottom to the top of the room, with a circular creek around the tree flowing in from initially from the side, with a small bridge leading to the base of the tree. On the side, outside of the creek, there is a block of wood with a ladder that leads up to a board sticking out to the middle of the tree, where Herodias can see a section of the pine tree kind of branches are removed to create a almost platform to lay down on in the tree.
Paradise starts to cry.
Everything all right?
This reminds me of my homeland. You even got the smell right. The smell of fresh pine.
I did come across some pine trees, and they just have the most distinct smell to them. Anyway, would you care to climb up and see where a spot for you to lay down at?
I'd love to. Thank you. Paradise just walks up and just kind of marvels at the height.
Around the walls of the room, there's it's essentially like the wallpaper looks like trees of a forest, but there are some spots where branches reach out into the room to act as sconces holding glowing lights, as well as a light shining from above. And I thought this would be a nice touch. Come time to sleep. As the room dims, the ceiling of the room looks like a starry sky.
It's just like home. I love it. I thank you. I have no idea how to repay you for this, honestly. You've brought something back I haven't seen in years.
I just was listening to your instructions.
Yeah, it may seem to some people I've been told that every forest looks the same, but when you grow up in them, you realize that every single one is unique.
Tell me about it. I mean, consider my cousin's a druid. We would end up running through forests very frequently during our childhood, as she would also always try to bring me to some new animal she found. Like the one when she decided that it was a bright idea to bring me right to a dire bear cave. She still doesn't let me live that one down. How I reacted then. I was a little
Direbear-
kid at the time.
Yeah, dire bears are not the most friendly of all creatures but as long as you give them their space, then
I'm glad that you like it. I try to have our independent rooms be kind of a piece of ourselves, and all I had to go off of was what we talked about.
it's true. We haven't really known each other long, but that's sometimes when you go. Sometimes that's all it takes, right?
Yes. Now, and speaking of talking, there was one other matter that I wanted to address. If you would follow me after your uh, after you feel ready to leave the room, that is, you're free to take your time.
No, we have pressing matters to attend to today, so there'll be time. There'll be time to rest after.
Certainly.
So I rolled a 27 insight on.
Mm. You tell he's being honest that there is something else to be talked about. Not entirely 100% sure what, but that there is something else to be talked about, but he doesn't want to mention it right there.
Well, Paradise has that anxious feeling that when you know that feeling when your parents say we need to talk. That's kind of the feeling he has right now.
If
that's
you would
nice.
follow me,
Sure thing. You lead the way.
as they go back down the stairs to the left side of from when you enter the mansion, there's a sitting area and a large open room dining area. As the
Just want to point out, Pandian stays in the room. She's having the time of her life in there.
Yep, Pandian is certainly free to stay in there.
She kinda
As
has her mind of her own.
as the two enter into the sitting room area, Denny, if you'd like to do your bit.
Okay. I'll post the art real quick in mugshots, so just it's easier to than trying to explain fully. But I already showed it on the stream.
Yes, Zarali has new art.
Yee. But Zarali's sitting there, and she's got a notebook out in front of her, just writing notes, basically getting a head start on the whole songwriting thing. And her hair, she's wearing a different shirt and a different pair of, well, I don't know if you'd see the boots, but she's wearing a different pair of boots and a different color shirt. And she's got on a jacket that kind of looks like her version of the coat that Thav wears. And she just will look up. Be like,
Oh, that's wonderful.
"Mm."
You look wonderful today, Sonali.
Thank you. Although not needing to talk about how I look.
I'm gonna roll an insight just
Alright.
if I know what you want. Okay, I don't think I'm getting anything from that.
Hmm.
Well, what would I even roll against that?
I don't know.
Well, she's telling the truth.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you're not trying to hide or persuade about anything, just what what would he gain from that? So yeah.
Just that basically, hey, thanks for the compliment, not what I want to talk about.
Okay.
It's about my behavior yesterday.
Not entirely. Although it does have some attributing factors.
It does.
I feel like I know what you want to ask.
First,
He told you, didn't you? He told you, didn't he?
about how you don't trust tieflings.
Yes, I don't.
Before we get further into discussions, shall we move this over to the dining area?
If
If you-
that's where you would
If
like
you're more
to
comfortable with that.
Well, we can all then sit down and Herodias, if there's anything food-wise you'd like to eat, can get you some crab, some fish, some good beef.
I prefer some fish, honestly.
Certainly.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, saved by the bell. I have to go. I have to run and grab something. I'll be right back.
He just suddenly runs off.
Yeah, he's waiting on a package to be delivered. Everybody will be just pause real fast. I guess while
Yeah,
waiting for
just-
him to come back, can cut to what Neri and Kundo are doing.
I just like to picture that happens and Herodias just like, huh. Nope.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we need to talk about how you think about tieflings. Nope. Bye.
But just
Mount-
to keep
Straight up does the engineer from Team Fortress head extension.
What?
Nope.
Do we want to, while Dark's taking care of that, cut to what Neri and Kundo are doing? Ah! Andy! Okay.
There she is.
Okay, sorry, hold on. I didn't think nobody could hear me.
No, we could not hear you.
So yeah, I had to jump out and jump back in.
Okay.
But no, I had an idea of what Neri and Kundo were doing. I was actually going to message Ash about it.
Alright, then well I guess let's just do it live.
Yeah. So imagine Neri is actually getting ready, getting prepared for her actual hot weather clothing, well, her hot environment clothing, since she's got like changes of like, okay, I'm going into this weather. Deal with this. So she's getting out of like her very kind of druidesque robes and asking Kundo to help her get into her much more kind of lightweight kind of shirt and kind of shorts. It's a very masculine looking set of clothing.
Kundo is still dressed like a northerner.
You know you're going to boil in here.
I'm resistant to fire damage.
You know, she points her finger at him. You may be resistant, but you can still feel hot.
I'm alright, Neri.
So, what do you plan on asking Asmodeus for?
I've had a few ideas.
Any that you care to share?
I know what we're going to fight next. And much as you also
Mhm.
know, those of its ilk are weak to iron.
Yeah.
It may be in bad taste, considering I took it off the corpse of his aspect. But I'm going to ask him if he can improve the withering blade somehow.
I mean, he rightfully earned it in combat. He didn't make any notions about you wearing his horns.
No, I almost feel like that may be a bit of a mark of pride for him, to be honest.
Probably just gonna ask for better armor, you know? Can't let you have all the fun getting hit. Kind of gives a playful shoulder punch.
He just makes a little ow noise.
I mean, besides, with what's going to happen, I don't think that they're going to need my powers. Thalamith and Zarali are great talkers, and we can't win this fight through conventional means.
That's why I'm not even asking for something for this rift.
I'm mainly just
I don't
asking for
have
armor,
to get this back yet.
so I can take it along with. Do you have a dagger on you?
Let me look. Kundo just going through all of his pockets he keeps weapons in.
Let me look at this sheet which lists out everything I have.
You, Kuno, you have a bit of a problem with collecting things.
I have a hand axe. I actually don't have any daggers, surprisingly.
Cause I borrowed the hand axe,
Sure.
right?
Just
And
hands
here,
one
yeah, she'll take the hand axe and with a bit of a longer strand of hair, she just cuts it. So it's a bit more even all around.
You know, I could help you with that.
I mean, no offense, I really don't mean anything by it, but are your hands dexterous enough to do that?
Kundo. Why'd I say my own name? I'm sleepy, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Neri, I used to cut my children's hair. I know how to do it.
With an axe.
You seem to have some concern for my dexterity.
Well, you are a very large man, Kundo.
A large man with large hands that knows how to do things. So,
Very
do
distressed.
you want my help or not?
Oh
she holds up a hand. She starts laughing. okay, I would like your help. Sorry, Thalamith and Zarali get in my head sometimes. You know that.
It's not surprising. They're both very charismatic people. They're hard
No,
to
I meant
forget.
with dirty jokes.
Oh, it's like the worm comment from last night.
Yeah. Yep. And she'll create a stump for her to sit on.
I mean, there's plenty of trees. Anyone could make a stump right now.
Well, no, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I know.
And she
Yeah.
will kind of take off, take off the things, impeding his access to her head and the like, and just allow him to do his work.
Yeah.
And then we
I'm
cut
assuming
back
I don't have to make checks for this. I have a dexterity of 18.
Wow,
Thank you.
really? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
One of those cards up my
Yeah.
up my dexterity.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got the cane yellow. That's right.
Mm.
I
So,
was like,
yeah.
Up my
shit.
dexterity and give me acrobatics proficiency, so now Kundo is very dexterous.
Yeah, Kundo is very proficient in backflips.
But yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're having a
Yeah.
spell time, actually bonding and being nice with each other.
Oh.
I don't know if Dark is back yet.
I don't think so.
Quick, fill the void with Fat Tony.
I mean, I don't know. Is
Tony.
Fat Tony actually a thing in here?
I
He
mean,
can't
he's
enter
shown
the
up.
grove.
I mean, but do we hear just the sounds of somebody talking outside the grove?
I mean, yeah.
The distant sounds of Fat Tony being like, "Hey, how am I gonna put on all these trees?"
Hey, what the fuck are you doing in my garden?
Kundo, do you hear that?
No, just the slight sounds of machine noises.
Yes. Do I
Should we
believe it's
check
an
it out?
issue? I guess I will then.
Well,
By
I
the
need
way,
to
whenever
do-
she came to wake up again, he seemed to have been writing some kind of note, but put it away before she saw it.
Hmm.
And yeah, he's going to go to the outside of the grove and see what's making that racket.
Yeah, Neri's gonna follow.
Yeah, so there's some small or like they would be humanoid sized if they were actually people, but they look more like blobs of flesh with faces and pseudo limbs, and they're all running away from something that appears like an imp if an imp was almost morbidly obese. And the imp is carrying some sort of device. You don't quite know what it is. That seems to be spraying out small bits of metal towards these creatures.
Excuse me. Calling out
Hey.
after the imp.
Yeah, who's yours?
We're guests
What
at
the fuck
Asmodeus.
did you do to my garden?
It's been like this way for at least 9 hours now. I'm surprised you haven't noticed it yet.
Just because I ain't mortal doesn't mean I don't gotta sleep.
That's fair.
Who
I
are you?
suppose.
It's me, Fat Tony. I'm the fucking gardener.
Don't worry, the grove will go away when we all leave.
It better. Green trees ain't
Miss-
never gonna heal.
Mr. Tone. Sir, I'm a druid. If something happens to the plants, I can probably just make them grow again.
Do you know how long it takes to grow a hell tree?
No, but I want to know.
I think it's less of a question of how long it takes and how many years worth of souls you feed it.
Yeah, what he said.
You're just gonna reach out and kind of poke him lightly.
What, towards Fat Tony?
Yes.
He's not on the ground, he's flying.
Well, again, she's still standing outside the grove. I imagine you came near her to talk.
Hey, what's the big idea here, Pally?
Are you an imp?
I ain't no fucking pit fiend, that's for sure.
I mean, I've seen imps in readings, but I've never seen one up close. I mean, he doesn't look like he's doing too much damage. I think we can go back inside the grove, Kundo.
Well, it's at least a pleasant step away.
Yeah. I wonder what's going
I'm
on.
back. I'm back.
We're talking to Fat Tony in the meantime.
That was an actual perfect kind of comeback because Neri is just about ready to say, I wonder what's going on inside the mansion.
All right. So, where were we before I got saved by the bell?
Breakfast
we-
order of fish was put in, and the talk's about to happen.
Yes, so I'm just picturing you got this long dinner table, and then Thavin's Raleigh sitting on one side, Hirodai is sitting on the other, and there's just a bunch of servants walking around. Some are over in the kitchen prepping just a whole bunch of fish over an open grill.
Paradise just swallows the fish like a snake. Just swallows it whole.
Well, that is how a heron eats, so fitting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why do you think I eat like that? So,
I can get you more food if you like, or some tea.
some tea would be nice. Tea is good for the soul.
Mm, Now, shall we begin?
Yeah. So, what is it you want to know?
Well, first off, I'd like to just say that had Thov not told me, I probably would have figured it out on my own.
And not gonna keep secrets.
Well, that
Oh,
and I've
depends on the secret.
that and it also I've seen that kind of look from others before. I've encountered people who don't trust tieflings purely because of what we are.
Exactly. It's not your fault. It's not you as a person. It's your bloodline. You're not the first tiefling I've traveled with.
Well,
And what did that tiefling do to make you hate all others?
It's not hate. It's honestly fear. I don't hate tieflings. I'm afraid of them. If anything.
what happened to cause this?
You ever heard of a town named Tenebrae?
What would I roll to see if I've heard of that?
I would say
Yeah,
history, honestly.
Yeah, I guess history would probably work.
Okay, so rolling
I'm-
history.
And I'm gonna roll too.
Oh, okay, you guys definitely heard of Tenebrae.
Even with just
That's an 11.
That's an 11
Oh,
from me.
oh, 11? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Thav, with
Okay.
Thav's
Zarella, you've
newfound
never
brain
heard
blast.
of Tenebrae, but Thav, you have. From what you know of Tenebrae, you know it was destroyed. The land is like salted. Nothing grows there anymore. It became a wasteland. It was once a fertile place, but
You're
but
referring to the legends of a cursed land far that were far away from where we live. I
yes.
talked to some travelers that spoke of that land foully.
I was there when it happened. You can say that, I guess, it might have been one of the causes of it. It used to be a fertile land. There was trees everywhere, lakes, a thriving village. It was honestly one of the most beautiful places I've ever met. I was there with, I used to be a part of a group. We called ourselves the Four Horsemen. There's myself. We had a monk with us named Lotus. There was a rogue named Cassius. And of course, we had our warlock, Ophiuchus. But
I'm guessing he's the tiefling.
No, he was actually a Yuan Ti. It was the 5th member we met. Her name was Lyra. She was a tiefling. We were in Tenebrae for a while, almost like a year, and then one day, the town became under attack. You've ever heard the name Baphomet before?
I guess that would be an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Arcana or religion.
Which one's higher for me?
Yeah, Thav's heard of them.
Just at
I assume a 17 would mean that I've heard of Baphomet.
Yeah, you've heard the Demon
Yeah.
Lord, Lord of Beasts before.
The at just the sheer name, Thav's ears perk up high. You are probably very lucky that you're in here.
Yes.
That's why I said it, because I feel like this place would be safe to say such names.
Well, I accidentally last night mentioned Levistus's name and nothing happened. So,
That's good. And before you ask, Lyra was not related to Levistus. Just I have a feeling you would ask a question like that, but
I
no,
don't feel it's relevant to the story you're telling, but
I guess not. But just to put yourself at ease, I guess. But anyways, Baphomet and his horde, minotaurs, all types of monstrosities were laying siege to the town. We fought them off for 2 months, but we knew that we couldn't last any longer. So we tried to evacuate, but we didn't have enough time. The only hope, Lyra, she made a call to the one descendant, to her descendant.
you mean her ancestor?
Yes, her ancestor, yes. Sorry, this story
That when
makes
she was descended from.
yes, who she was descended from.
Thank you,
Devil,
Jesus.
The archdevil, Mammon.
Mm.
hmm.
She called for his aid, and he came with his horde, his demon horde. He asked his only demand is that he would fight off Baphomet only if he got something in return. He never specified what it was, but we should have asked. And the next thing I know, then both sides killed indiscriminately. Lyra, Cassius, Ophiuchus, dead. I watched them all die. Every single one of them. I saw the town burn, and the people that I got along so well with, their bodies rose. They were no longer human. And then they tore apart people. It was hell on earth. The once beautiful land was on fire. There were screams. I befriended a young girl named Kieran. She wanted to be just like us, travel the world. She had an interest in music. The last thing I saw of her was the corpse of her mother ripping her apart. There's nothing I could have done. I was powerless. I couldn't have done anything to stop it. In the end, I wasn't even worth killing. By the time it all ended, by the time the Machia left, it was only me and Lyra left. And the last thing that Lyra asked for me
Was to kill her?
yes, and I did.
Oh
With
God.
no hesitation, I stabbed her through the heart.
You don't even have to make an insight check on this. Zerali
No.
is clearly crying upon hearing this.
So that is why I have a vast hatred. Because I saw this beautiful place be reduced to ash. I saw wonderful people be killed by the bodies of their loved ones. They were promised protection, but the only thing they got
Oh my God.
was death. I do not hold it against you for your blood. It's just the power that you can call upon these monsters just so willingly, and they don't care about anything else but themselves. They will destroy indiscriminately. They don't care who they're supposed to protect. As long as it benefits them, they'll do what they like.
It's a
So
fact. That's a fact I'm becoming painfully aware of. I don't know if this makes you feel any better. about being around me, but I'm only just learning these things about what it means to be what I am. I
Well,
can assure you I'm not going to do something that will cause that to fall down around you again.
I appreciate it.
That word that you were saying, though, what does that mean?
Which one?
I, as player, can't remember it, but Zarali
Ah.
repeats it back to him.
Makia. In my people's tongue, we use it to refer to. It means demon, but it also means devil at the same time. To us, it is a name of unholy creatures.
But this was the actions. This was the actions of one. It. Would you be willing to?
Love, I think I should take point on this.
Certainly.
I know what you mean. The actions of one should tell the others, but do you tell a deer not to fear a wolf just because it sees one wolf kill another?
No, you don't.
Exactly.
I'm not going to ask you to trust me, Herodias. But I am going to ask at least if you would be willing to work with me.
I can tell you have a kind heart, Zarali. I know that you would not wish harm on others. So I honestly hope that my story will make you aware of just how powerful you can be, but also just how dangerous. I don't want you to think less of me. I don't want you to fear yourself. I just want you to be aware of what can happen.
I am.
Is all.
To be honest, when I was first starting on this journey, seeing the way that people look at tieflings, I contemplated if I ever got the opportunity to learn or use the effects of a wish spell, that I would wish to be something other than a tiefling, perhaps an elf, or a human, something.
The sparrow may be able to remove their feathers, but they'll always be a sparrow.
Yes, and
But that doesn't mean it can be a terrible thing.
yes,
Like a rose,
they have
rose-
thorns.
but they can be beautiful. A tear trickles down his eye.
I'm so sorry that you went through that, though. No one should ever have to go through something like that.
You know what the worst part was?
Hmm.
At the end, I was alone. I had no one. I had no help. Some days I wish I died with Long the rest.
Well, you're not alone now.
He just kind of breaks a little smile. You're right. I'm not alone now.
And this is why I said not to repeat what you told me.
I should have been honest with you, Thab. I should have told you what the whole reason why.
Well, I didn't have the same experience. I will say that I've I know the feeling.
Zarali will reach over and grab Thov's hand.
I'm okay. I'm.
Well,
But one thing that defines us, while our past is what we've experienced, how we choose to move on from it. Cha- is what is what we truly are.
True.
I've dealt with some things in the past. Some lot good, some bad. Nothing like that though. But at least we can have this discussion. We can try to move on. And trust me, had you told Neri what you told me, you probably would have been put into the dirt.
Yeah, honestly, she is one that I don't want to get on the bad side of.
Oh, trust me, I've gone my whole life being, I think, on both her good and bad side.
Neri can be scary when she wants to be.
But she has a kind heart.
Yes. But if you don't wish for her to know this, then I'm not going to tell her.
I honestly feel like the others deserve to know.
But
I was
also your
going-
reasoning.
If we're going to be traversing in hell, there is a chance. There is a chance we might encounter Mammon. Or even some vile spawn of him.
We are in the place for
The-
it to happen.
Exactly. And we're
I
bound
would
by
hope we
contract not to fight.
Unless attacked first.
But I will tell you, if we do encounter Mammon and he does encounter us, I will kill him. When I kill him, I will ask him if he remembers who I am. I will ask him. He remembers Tenebrae.
That may not
Those will be the last words I hope he hears.
Herr Dice, that is not wise.
I know, but
You would go on a fool's gambit?
one of the things driving me is I've been hoping to find Baphomet or Mammon. And I hope to make a trophy of them. If I get killed because of it, I will have no regrets as long as they suffer for what they did.
And what
Most
about
people-
those who you harm?
Who I harm?
If you attack if you attack without
I know.
if you break the contract,
I know.
that potentially puts all our heads at risk. Part of my desire for this talk is to know one thing.
Can you trust me? Is that it?
Can we trust that if something is put on the line, like if the worst happens and Zarali ends up in a life or death situation, will you run or will you stay?
I'll stay. I just can't stand seeing those kind people die. Those with the pure heart, I can't stand it. I can't stand to see them lose their lives while those that deserve death live on. So yeah, if she's in danger, I will help her. My people, we believe that there are crimes you can commit. And some of those, the punishment is death. Mr. Raleigh has never made any crimes of that degree. So why should she die? Why should I leave her to die just because of her blood? I'll fear her bloodline. You can't unsee what I've seen, but
Given
doesn't
what I know
mean-
now, I don't blame you for
Yeah.
that.
well, it doesn't mean I can't care for someone that has that blood flowing through them. Maybe it's my way of earning Lyra's forgiveness.
Okay.
Maybe fate made us meet together so I could have a chance, just one chance, to see tieflings in a new light.
Possibly.
But that's really everything, I guess.
And Zarali's going
Okay.
to stand up. Heredice, may I hug you?
Yes.
And she will hug
been-
him.
It's been years since I've been hugged.
Oh,
What you talk about, fool? You were being hugged constantly during the ball.
Different.
But that was the don't kill yourself hug.
This is the I'm sorry and I hope we can improve things moving forward kind of hug.
The hug of forgiveness.
that's so excited.
So, shall we find Kundo Neri?
Yes, I think we
Is
should.
knocking at the door.
Oh.
There's no door. It's just a portal
Knocking
that
on
you
the
can.
tree.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
yeah,
the
but-
mansion does leave behind a door.
It,
Yeah.
It
It
not
leaves
it,
behind
not a door.
for anyone that who's been allowed entrance into it to see it.
the portal
a-
can manifest as a door.
Neri's just knocking on the tree then, that she knows that the mansion's in.
Actually, I think Thav would have actually closed the portal just okay, so we don't get interrupted.
Mm.
Oh,
She still knows what tree you're in, so.
suddenly the tree that Neri's knocking becomes shimmering like liquid.
You know,
So it's like
That-
the painting
that's-
from Super Mario 64.
Yeah, except you don't see inside it.
are you through done yet?
Yeah, we're done. We're done
We-
for now.
You really that impatient?
Well, I want to show you something.
Well, you can come on in and show us. And get yourself some food.
She'll walk into the mansion and walk to where they are. Now in
And
her armor.
And see Zarali and her new outfit.
And her hair is shorter. It's only just past her shoulder blades now.
Yay! Oh, no, you're wow, that's me.
Hey, you did it too.
Sally! Oh my goodness, look at you.
I felt it was time for a change.
But then Mary puts her own hair, which is much shorter.
Looks like I'm not the only one.
Windows very good at cutting hair.
I see this.
Also, and she will do a little spin in her armor, where previously it was turtle shell that was painted to look like the night sky, with like blues and purples and things like that. There's even like little stars in the sky. There's now a bit of red, kind of woven into the picture, and she does a little pose.
Very nice.
I had my talk with Asmodeus, very kind to me at least, because I
You didn't do
I
anything
figured out
stupid like I did you? Thank God.
no. I might not be the smartest cookie in the bunch, but still.
Cookies typically don't have any intelligence.
But I got new armor.
It looks nice.
Also, and she will quickly remove the top part, her breastplate, to show that she's in different clothing too. I managed to actually find where I put my set of clothing for hot weather conditions. And
Ah. Well,
It'd be a,
depending on where we
it
go
would be a
here, that's probably a good idea.
although it would be a pain to end up over in Stygia with that.
I got used to the winter by this point.
That's not exactly a cold that you would want to face.
Have you ever been dunked in an endless ocean?
No.
It's very cold, especially towards the bottom.
Mm.
How do you get to the bottom of an endless ocean?
Turtles, she says as she sits down and starts eating.
I think it's more endless in the terms of there's no land mass rather than there's no bottom.
Probably elemental plane kind of thing.
Yeah, there's, like, I think from my last time there's maybe about 5 land masses, but those, oh, you don't want to. So are we going to be ready to head in then?
I still need to make my request to Asmodeus, and so do Zarali and Herodias.
Yes.
What you guys gonna ask for?
I'm,
I don't even know what to request from him.
Maybe a special bow?
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, maybe an item.
I've got a couple ideas.
There's a book I'm thinking about asking for.
Well, from what I know, as long as you're polite and the request is reasonable, then, he can.
The,
Oh,
Although
okay, quickly.
that is a-
question. Did he give us that list of items that we had to give to him
No.
if we find? No?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna get it before we go into the thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's 2 things I really want to ask for, and I can't decide which I want to ask for more.
Well, what are the 2?
Oh.
One is the well, admittedly there's 3, but one that don't want to say directly.
Why
But
not?
because even your cousin can have some secrets to himself.
Nope, no secrets. You know what secrets get us? The times where we accidentally almost.
Andy, you cut out.
Am I coming through clear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Well, you said no secrets. That's how we end up almost killing each other.
With that comment, Bob's gonna stick his tongue out.
Well, I'm sorry you thought I was a boar to be eaten.
Oh, I feel like that'd be
But that's something where you could just come out and say, "Hey, stop shooting at me."
Wild shape mishap.
Trust me, it's nothing that would cause any problems. But what I'm weighing myself between is my father has a cloak that makes him extremely difficult to hit. I've seen strikes that look like they went right into him. I've shot at him thinking that I accidentally hit him.
Oh, the cloak with the weird tentacles?
Yes, that cloak. Now I think of it, it's probably the hide of a displacer beast.
Most likely.
The other thing is, from what I've read, in books, Gathering Tales, and what that card did to my mind, but I recall tales of far off lands with and heroes being able to get these emblems that are in the shape of a bug and are able to stand up against the mighty power of a lich with this emblem.
Hmm.
Okay. That sounds a lot better than, the Displacer Cook because, you're already really so fast, and at this point, then it's going to be even more impossible to hit you than it is to hit me or Kundo.
With that nervous laugh near you, something you might notice is that Thav, you actually see the studded leather that Thav's wearing. Normally he keeps it hidden.
But you don't see Zarali wearing studded leather. You see her wearing a coat similar to Thav's, just the sleeves are longer and the fur around the collar is poofier.
Neri face palms going, "What did you two do?"
Nothing that would be of too much of a concern. I was talking with Zarali and she said that she might ask for better armor, so I gave her mine.
And this is what I decided to have it look like.
Okay. So,
I mean, I could. Let's go.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking, you all hear a knocking at the mansion door, and then all of you are outside the mansion as it is dispelled.
Wait, did he dispel my grove too?
As you're looking around, the grove is gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So
Hello,
it
Asmodeus.
is morning time, and I don't mean to rush you. The faster you get this done, the better, my good gracious, you're staying.
Understood.
Paradise sees if he can if he can talk at this time.
Yeah, you can speak. So, I've received the request from two of you. The remainder need to make one, and then we'll send you off.
Zarali and Thav, you guys can make yours first.
Thav, do you want me to go first so you can have a moment to think?
yes. Yes, that'd be appreciated.
If it would be possible, there is a book that I would like. I actually have to look at what the title of it is real fast so I can say it correctly. A Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Well, we are in the land of the devil, are we not? A simple matter. And he just snaps his fingers, and in a burst of red flame, a tome similar to the one that Thav had obtained from Thoja, although it appears much nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Thav's look more like a well-worn like battle manual. This appears more like something like an aristocrat would have.
Thank you.
I can go if you want, Thav. You still need time to think, but
If there's something specific that you want, feel free to go on ahead.
well, I guess. If I say anything stupid, just shoot me in the head and just let it be over with.
So you want him to kill you right now?
No, that's not. No, it's a joke. Okay, it was a joke.
But you
Look-
said if I say anything stupid. I'm
Zarali
just
kinda-
messing with you.
Zarali just kind of shoots Sav a look and just says, "Please be nice."
Fine. Okay. Hello, Asmodeus. First, I'd like to apologize for yesterday. I was a little rude, boisterous. I hope all is forgiven at the moment. And I don't like that quiet.
He just kind of looks over. It is what it is. Anyways,
What I want, well, I don't even know if you can give it to me. Before I asked that you keep your people out of the mortal plane, I realize how dumb that request was. So I wonder though, if you can keep your people out of a specific place.
Oh God.
I understand if it's impossible. I just want to know if it is. If it is, then I will if it's not, I will forget it. But
Forgive me for interrupting, but I don't think that's to specification of the contract.
true.
He said item.
exceptions can be made.
Thank you. But I feel like I have no right to ask you that. All I ask is I ask your forgiveness, really. How do you know what to ask? I don't know what I want.
Here, Dias.
Sorry, I'm making a fool of myself.
No. If you don't know what you want, it would be a great favor of me if maybe I could request 2 items, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. I
Thank you.
guess. Touch my fresca and you die!
Yes, you're not allowed to ask for 2 things, Armored. He really
back.
wants his Fresca.
I'll be right back. I need to go kill my roommates.
Hey, Fat Tony touches what Fat Tony wants to touch. Fuck off, folks.
I
Give
love
me
Fat
your
Tony so
Fresca, I'm
much.
gonna touch your Fresca.
I love that
Maybe
Fat Tony is
retired.
now canon to this campaign.
He was always canon. It was just that you guys were in the Druids group.
Well, he
Fat
is now
Tony is always
officially
canon.
canon.
I love Fat Tony. And he spells that summons devils has a low chance to just summon Fat Tony instead.
It's like, oh God, why did we bring him?
Hey, it's me, Fat Tony. No, I don't want you. Hey, fuck you. Hey, fuck off.
Hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Hey, you're gonna be sleeping with the fishies tonight.
You just like doing that accent, don't you?
Kind of.
I cannot do that accent. Anytime I try to, I just go stereotypical Italian.
Sorry, I was looking at a spell. And...
Hey, that Marilyn, she got a nice tail. Fat Tony, you're only like 3 feet tall. Hey, it's not the size that counts.
Fat Tony, you're also like almost a ball of flesh.
Shut the fuck up. Fat Tony also still has like a 17 dexterity.
Fat Tony
What is
is
this
like
imp you
3
keep
shades
talking
away
to?
from being a Lemar.
His
Do,
name
does
is
he?
Fat
Does he have?
Tony.
How small are his wings?
Oh, it's comedically small.
Do they flutter just in a way that makes them completely impractical, or are they like bee wings?
Yes, a bit of both.
You have confused the DM.
I mean, like, do they just like flap really slowly, and he just seems to float, or are they like bee wings, or they're beating at 100 miles an hour?
More the second.
Gotcha.
He's a humming imp.
Anyway,
Oh. Anyways,
But yeah, he did say that he would let Armored take 2 items, right? Or
No.
Yeah,
rather,
I did. I didn't. There's nothing I can think of.
Thank you very much, Eurydice. This means a lot to me.
Consider it consider it an apology for.
Thank you.
yeah. The tips of Asmodeus' horns are beginning to glow slightly red.
Uh-oh.
Neri's slowly backing up a bit.
Hides behind
you
Neri.
requested let him leave.
Is that permitted by you, Asmodeus?
It's fine. I request you do hurry up.
I will make this quick. I've heard tales of a emblem that takes the form of a beetle, a scarab, that is able to allow its user great resistance to magic and even be able to withstand the powers of a lich. If whatever we're facing, either in the future or on the mortal plane, uses magic, I'd like to be able to counter it as best I can.
Once more a burst of red flame and a beetle carved in gold and inlaid with obsidian appears in his hand.
And as for the second one, Thav will pull out a small piece of paper that has what I am PMing myth.
oh,
Okay. Yeah, Asmodeus seems to just look at it and sort of smile. And then just hands the scarab off to you. So roll a perception check for me.
A perception. 28.
Okay.
does anybody else need to roll that, or just Thav?
No, just off. It's
Okay.
touch base.
Ah,
So the only question is, how do we find this rift?
The amnesia that I'm giving you for assistance will show you the way. He has been keeping track of its position.
Thank you. Again. And Neri will do a bow.
Zerali will bow as well.
Thav will give a deep bow. Thank you for providing us what we requested. We'll try to clear out this rift as fast as we possibly can.
Will the general have the list of items we need to retrieve?
Yeah, Asmodeus just looks up. Oh yeah, that. And he reaches into his robe and pulls out 5 small sheets of parchment.
Small piece of parchment, one for each of us.
Yeah,
And what be on this sheet of paper?
that's what I'm determining right now. I
God
did not
damn
prepare
it,
this ahead
man.
of time. I'm smart. Um,
Damn it, man. What did I say about prepping early?
He's the
Um,
DM. He does his best, but sometimes best is not fast enough.
Well, while the DM prepares the sheet, my cat says hello to everyone as he's now sitting right next to me.
Myth, if you would like, we could
Eh.
probably take a bio break so you can prepare a list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bio break, everybody.
Body break.
Yes, everybody go pee, go get food, and give Myth time to think on and put together this list of items that Asmodeus wants the party to retrieve.
Everyone, go drain your bladders and don't forget to wash your hands.
Yes, hands, wash those. Okay, well, we'll be back in like 5 to 10, everyone.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Doodly 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 doo. Do 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 do.
Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
Can you hear my roommates talk in the background?
Yes.
A little bit.
Where's my knife?
Not well enough to make out what they're saying, but their murmurs are heard.
Why these days? I swear to God. Uh-oh. I'm a little slightly concerned. Oh, there's my knife.
Do not murder your friends, that will lead to you being put away in jail.
I wasn't gonna murder them. I was just gonna take a few fingers off.
That will lead to the same outcome. And potentially more or less jail time. It's weird with the judicial systems.
I'm not actually gonna kill them.
I mean, if you want weapons to kill, I've got plenty right here within eyesight.
Yeah, but
I mean, I've got my
nerd.
yeah, you're a fighter. You have armor and swords. I'm a ranger. All I have is knives and bows.
By that logic, I should have a battle axe attached to my wall somewhere.
Well, that's honestly the funny thing is that me and armor, you can pretty much call a D&D class.
I mean, I literally have an unstrung bow sitting in the corner of my room and a druid staff I've been making for a few months in the other corner. I don't have a battle axe anywhere.
I've got a claymore right here, and a short sword, and a good old beaten stick. And over in the other room, I've got 7 other swords.
Well, anyways, there are 2 things I'm actually terrified that might put in this next area. I'm not going to say right now because he might give him ideas.
Oh no. I'm just looking over these and like, oh.
Wait, where are you finding the... Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you see the
Oh.
first item.
You... Why?
I love that Asmodeus specifically has that. That's like a real, I don't
Yes, I'm
like this
okay.
guy, I have this.
Arrows of slaying can
Mind
be
your own
as specific
business.
as possible.
I mean, you can make an arrow of slaying anything, so.
Exactly. Yeah, they can be as specific as you want them to be.
Arrow of slaying a giant's left toe.
That was on purpose, wasn't it? That first item was completely on purpose. You son of a
Mhm.
bitch.
I like how we're
Back
Remember,
again.
where's
focusing on that one. I see the one that's the bottom one and the one that's above the bottom one.
Yeah.
The bottom one is it's a complete own issue if you know how that works.
Oh,
But the-
yeah.
The one above the bottom, the Vorpal Maul, that just seems so like
It's
you
It's-
swing
Wait,
it
how the
so
Holy
hard.
Avenger? Wait a second.
it's an in joke. Also, I forgot two of them.
How the hell did the... Isn't there only one Holy Avenger?
No, there's multiple.
No, that's not a one and done sword. That's just a really powerful enchantment.
That could even be on a rapier.
Mhm.
You
I
could
can't
have a
wait till you
Dex
try to find
Paladin
that.
with the. You can have a Dex Paladin with the Holy Avenger rapier.
Yeah. Also, the Vorpal Maul is an in joke between some of the people I know because that's what I really wanted for my barbarian, and it's
Oh.
just a golf club.
All he wants is just to be able to say "for boom."
Yeah, it's literally just a battle ready golf club.
All right then.
I didn't realize
I
too-
wasn't thinking about a golf club. I was thinking about the hobby horse from Alice in Wonder or Alice Madness Returns.
Oh,
Hmm.
I was thinking of the Jabberwocky slaying sword.
What?
That's what a Vorpal sword actually
the Vorpal
is.
blade.
Yeah.
So, the one of the things is very concerning.
There is
how-
one of them that.
of how he lost that.
I mean, apparently when the rift opens and as it's just been open, certain things have just been disappearing.
Okay.
And also, according to the contract, we don't have to bring everything on this list, just what we find.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. There's also potentially stuff that's not on this list as
That we
magic
did.
items that we just show it to Asmodeus afterwards and we keep it.
I'm just looking at the new last item and just being like
Because the question is, I wonder if we could negotiate, like asking Asmodeus for an item, and depending on or.
Well, no, he's gonna
I want those arrows.
he's gonna look at the things and then with all the magic items we have, and then he wants the certain ones back, and then
Because
if we've done a good enough job,
because
then we're gonna take him back.
if I have to convince Asmodeus to hire me to kill Baphomet, I will.
Yeah, Baphomet's a demon.
I know,
I
and
feel like
I
all
will
of
give
these
him his head.
items. I for some reason feel like all of these items would go together to form some really weird battle car.
It's his plan all along.
Asmodeus is just building up his own little tank.
The ruby scepter specifically being the gear shift knob.
I return.
I'm also
I've
glad
I've
that
got,
Welcome
I've
back.
got I've got crunchy snacks though, so but since I have the mute button on my headset, y'all won't hear me crunching munching.
Before you mute to do it, give us one crunch.
Fine.
Greckle's
be weird,
dog
dude.
crunch. Nice.
Dude, oh, that Ifriti chain. Mm.
Ooh, that'd actually be really cool.
I don't know if we're
not-
actually
not that
supposed to be
great.
saying all of these items out loud, but I guess anyone on stream can see them because they would have popped up on Danny's screen.
Oh yeah, they have. Whoops.
Yeah.
No metagaming.
So,
A quiver full of
so
arrows. and
people
back-
on
Brute
so people
shielding,
on the stream. Sorry.
6x9 carpet of flying, cloak of invisibility, crystal ball of telepathy, cubic gate, a 3D chain, a holy avenger, which it's kind of weird until you think there are paladins that have fallen and become devils on service of Asmodeus. Not allowed to use the holy avenger when you're a devil. Mirror of life trapping, a Vorpal Maul, presumably the Ruby Scepter of Asmodeus, a Will of Many Worlds, and the Talisman of Ultimate Evil.
You know, we've got the makings of his car. The carpet is the actual engine. The cloak of invisibility is like a tarp you can put over it when you don't want anyone bothering it when you take a parking place. I would say the Talisman of Ultimate Evil is the little air freshener key dangly thing.
Oh wait,
What's
there was a camel spotted in my state. In the snow.
Oh my god, I just
Okay,
thought
then.
about that.
Huh?
Shade could actually use the Talisman of Ultimate Evil.
Evil boy.
Yeah, he's lawful evil.
Would any of us be even able to pick up the Talisman of Ultimate Evil?
Not directly.
Could go into a bag.
We have to like use a box and like put a
mean-
bag on the ground.
Ah, damn it.
Thav does have
Yeah,
a wooden
okay.
chest.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure somebody
Just
has
has
made
one.
man.
I realized what I should have asked from Asmodeus. I should have asked for magical weapons for Pandion.
Tiny bird claws.
I've got Mage
Asmodeus.
Hand. I've got Mage Hand.
Lord.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
to be fair, doesn't Pandion get to request something? Just saying.
No, she's a bird.
Oh,
Wait,
and so Herodias is a bird.
But Herodias.
Pandion's enough of a character that she got included in the art that I did for Herodias.
Aha, she's not just an item.
She can't speak a language, so she can't ask a question.
Pandion does not count as a sentient creature, therefore she cannot be ensnared into devilish contracts.
Well,
So get someone to awaken your burb, and then you'll be fine.
Everyone turns to look at Neri.
oh. Wait, so I just realized Pandion could attack demons and not be bound by the contract.
I mean, you
Watch
can attack
it.
demons regardless.
But
I mean, you can
I
get your
won't-
bird killed.
that also puts your bird up on the target list for demons to attack, since they know if they attack us, they
Well, no,
risk
well, I
pissing
mean,
off Asmodeus.
well,
And
I mean, yeah, sure, you can attack devils or demons all you want.
Okay,
You just can't
okay.
attack devils.
All right,
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Okay, no.
Okay,
Anything else stupid?
okay.
All right, then we should move on.
So,
Yes.
if you're done here,
Mhm.
it's time for you to get going.
Bonus introduction, and we'll start walking.
Snaps his fingers, and you all disappear and reappear outside the gates of. God damn it! I'd looked up what his castle was called.
His
So I
fr-
forgot it.
his fancy pillar of something.
Yeah,
The Pillar of Salt.
well, like Pillar of Souls, but
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and,
close that. magic
outside.
item list.
Outside there is a creature which
Citadel Spire of Malchem.
it is a creature of green flesh whose head appears to be sunken into the rest of its body, or at least just fused. It does not appear to have a neck. It appears rather large, although its arms, from at least what you can see, are fairly slender. Its back holds two fairly small wings. It looks like they wouldn't support its weight for very long. It's dressed in pretty fancy robes and carries a scepter, and to its side it has a whip. And it is sitting atop a large machine that is decked out to the teeth in metal and weaponry.
Oh.
Hellfire engine!
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is the helmet.
on its front has the face of what looks like a minotaur, but screaming.
All I can
Oh.
think of is Grond from Lord of the Rings.
And inside its mouth, you can see the very end of like a very large cannon. And the creature turns around and just, ah. So you're the fellows I'm looking for, huh?
I
Yes.
take it you're the one that Asmodeus sent to help us.
Yup.
Yuri sticks out her hand to him.
Might not want to do that.
Sorry.
I'm just saying. Yeah, he lifts his hand up, and there seems to be a faint necrotic energy around it. Can't turn it off.
You know, I've read so much, but I've never seen so many devils up close.
Anyways, suppose while we'll be working together.
Yes,
Names.
and you.
So it would seem.
I feel like introductions are in order. I'm
Indeed.
Herodias. And this is Thav, Zarali, Neri, and Kundu.
I wanted to say my name.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a bit late now. Been known as many things in my lifetime. You can just call me Patton. And this here's Bessie. Best treat her right, I'll kick your ass.
Yes.
Now then.
Oh,
Oh god, he's a redneck.
all right.
He's
Patton,
Staring in amazement at this train.
You know the direction of the rift?
That I do.
Will we be riding your Hellfire engine? Shall we travel across the hills on Bessie, or are you riding and we're walking?
And he's basically sitting at the top of it, so you guys are kind of having to raise your voices a little bit more than usual. And he pulls a lever, and from the side, like the side drops out, and there's the internal workings, and also a pathway up to about where he is.
Well, into the end.
Looks like it's more than guiding. Looks like we're getting a ride.
Kundo gently floats up to the top.
Yuri excitedly goes up. And she's like just like looking at everything.
Like,
Thal
Kundo's
will
not
look
even
to-
using like the ladders or anything. He literally just flies up to the top.
Thal will look to Zarali. Well, here goes nothing.
Question: is this thing mechanical? I'm assuming it is.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is a
Paradise
huge
just-
construct.
Herodias
Yep,
just
and-
kind of climbs on it. Just well,
Yep. It is a construct of hellish design.
not much people I know have ever run such this, so might as well gift.
Yep. Old Bessie's something of my own custom design. But
Quite beautiful.
thank you. Took many a century.
I'm not really used to mechanical things, but I do admit that she looks very well designed.
Built her by hand.
I assume while everybody else is talking, Thav and Zarali have also climbed up onto
Uh,
Bessie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys do find that there's actually the interior of this is relatively spacious. It seems like there's some sort of magic in here that makes a small extra dimensional space.
Oh my god, it's a TARDIS machine. Hellfire engine.
You took the
It's a
words
TARDIS
out
tank. It's a TARDIS tank.
Well, yeah, and
I love this thing, honestly.
yeah. He pulls the lever back and it slams shut. Well, for those of you that have never ridden one of these babies before, they got a bit of a kick to them. So, recommend you sit down and buckle in.
Buckle?
Cool.
Right.
Oh, I
See them
see.
seats
So,
over there? Yeah. And he points to some of the seats in the extra dimensional space.
oh, so this is like Ryan and Oryx then.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Mary will sit down and buckle herself down.
Camera
Fair
slowly
enough.
pans over. Seatbelts on.
Seatbelts,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, click. Alrighty then.
I don't like this.
Too bad.
Oh, it's keeping you safe.
It's just to get to the
Yeah, yeah.
rift, Kundo.
Yeah, and he pulls the switch forward, and the machine lurches. Come on, Bessie. Come on. And he pulls it again, just it lurches one more time.
Hmm.
Swear on Asmodeus. It broke down again. There we go, that's better.
How fast are we going right now?
At the current moment, you are able to basically see it all around you, even though you are inside the machine.
It's got little pothole windows.
Yeah.
And on your left, you see the tar pits of the damned.
On your right, you see the hunting grounds of the damned. Are you getting the pattern here?
Hunting grounds? Paradise just puts his hands right up to the window.
So, Patton was, what do you know this rift?
Quite frankly, I only know it's taking shit. There's something in there, but what the hell that thing is? No fucking idea.
Is he like chewing on something?
Make a perception check.
17.
He
seems to
turn
be-
towards us and we'll just see a finger sticking out of his mouth.
What?
Yeah. As this individual turns his head to the side, you do see like a small foot of something red that you can probably deduce as an imp.
Is that
My
Fat Tony?
God, he ate Fat Tony.
Oh no, Fat Tony and we best buds. Way there.
He didn't like
question,
that I put up my
who's
grove.
this- Who's this fat Tony fellow?
An imp.
An imp.
A delightful pudgy imp.
Yeah, we found him this morning shooting at things that were just basically balls of flesh.
Oh, you want to see something get shot? Oh, now,
I
yeah,
don't
and
see something.
yeah. He wrenches the lever back, and Bessie shudders to a stop. Now, it's a beauty of my own design, but Bessie here is equipped with a unique weapon.
Oh,
Ew.
Yeah, and
Okay.
come on up.
I'll get up and go over.
Unbuckle and go up.
Same.
Yeah,
I do
and
the
there's
same.
there's like a front railing to this. Now I recommend you hold on to the railing. This one's got some
Alright.
kick to it.
Zerali
Yeah.
wraps
Yeah.
both hands and her tail around the railing.
Paradise
Yeah.
grabs the rail, and then
Kundo.
Pandian just kind of just hooks right up to it with her talons.
I'll squat and grab
Bob
onto
will
the thing.
wrap. Bob will put each of his hands on at opposite ends of, or like his right hand's next to Zarali's right hand, his left hand's next to Zarali's left hand, so he's basically hugging her while holding on.
Aww.
Oh,
Oh,
well, ain't that sweet?
Neri's just
how
squatting as
adorable.
she's holding
That
onto
makes me
this.
sick.
Alright, so see that group of lemurs out in the distance? About 100 feet away, you can see them.
Yeah.
and he pulls another lever, and from the mouth of Bessie extends a large cannon that then fires. And out in the distance, all the lemurs are just blown away by some percussive force that blows back with a resounding echo.
Neri kind of cheers. Ah!
I was love that one. Oh,
Quite the
that's
kick.
cute. I would say I hate
That-
to do it, fuckers, but I'm gonna throw
That
this on
was
me. Well, shit.
awesome.
Oh, in the case, yeah, and he cranks the lever to get Bessie going again, and she pitches. But since you are holding on, you are not thrown off. I guess you don't have to go, the quickest way possible. It's pretty quick to get there anyways, so might as well take a bit of a scenic route.
What Pertale is in this scenic route?
I would prefer the quickest way possible.
Can we see red
Alright.
abaches?
That is a very
No.
long detour. Maybe on the way back.
Neri, no.
Maybe on the way back.
Maybe on the way back.
Neri, yes.
You guys never let me.
We have a task to do, Neri.
Listen,
Best to-
young lady, I don't know how long. I don't know what you know about the hell. Do you know how long it takes to get from the 9th layer to the 1st layer and then back again?
I imagine pretty
Uh,
long.
Yeah.
Long
Long
enough that we don't have the time.
most of it's getting up. Come back down for these. You just drop through the giant fuck ass hole in the floor. But
I need to find a way to
Wouldn't that
come back
damage
to
Bessie,
visit.
though?
no, bitch is fine. I've done it millions of times.
I need to find a way to come back and visit later.
Anyways, yeah, and he he does eventually drive to this fairly large structure. All right, now
Oh,
gonna be having,
question, Myth.
Yeah, what's up?
Has anything amongst this trip bugged out Thav's true sight?
Nothing as far as you've been able to tell.
Okay.
All right, it's gonna be the middle part of our journey. We gotta spiral on up to the 6th layer.
6. Which one's that one?
Hell if I know. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. Which is forgetting which one the 6th is.
The out of character, that's Malbog, where Archdevil Moloch is.
Yeah, is Moloch there? I thought it was Glacia.
No,
Uh,
I
6th
thought
layer.
Moloch was a demon lord. Oh wait, no, that's Orcus I'm thinking of for some reason.
No, Moloch
Uh,
actually got kicked out of hell.
Malbog, the 6th layer, has outlasted many rulers, among them, blah blah, and the Archdevil Moloch. Currently it's Malbolg. Or, wait.
Malbo. It
Malbolg,
is.
Current Archduchess is Asmodeus' daughter Glacia.
Yeah, last year.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the patron of criminals and the like.
Yeah, that's a local jail around here. Apparently it pops up there sometimes. Sometimes steals people. They don't come back. No, well.
Will you be going into the rift with us?
I mean, maybe.
I assumed that was part of the contract.
I mean, to be quite honest, I have no fucking idea what's in there. I might be able to fit in, but I don't know about Bessie.
I mean,
Yeah,
any help is useful.
But we're gonna be going up to see the missus, the princess of hell, I guess is what you call her. Although she's in a bit of timeout. So apparently there was an elfin fellow that came up by recently, and he
Ooh, what's her name?
well, he done pissed off he done rankled Asmodeus real good by sleeping with his daughter.
Oh,
Oh,
That would certainly do the trick, I suppose.
Yes.
Man,
A
put on a hell of a
char-
show. I don't know why Asmodeus is
That's-
so pissed about it. Oh well. Anyways,
Just a
I mean-
charismatic elf that is giving someone quote unquote love advice.
I find
Looking at
that-
Neri.
I listen. Okay, it's probably not the same elf. Okay, I think he's a solar of the upper places.
Is this something that you have yet to tell us about?
Jade puts her fingers in her ears like, I don't hear you.
okay.
Thav then whispers to Zerali in Zerali's ear. Let's rail her on. Let's talk to her about that and tease her about it later.
Yes, later.
Yeah, the gates of this structure open, revealing a large portal.
That's
Yeah, fine.
strange.
Yeah, and he just guns it and just. And I need everybody to roll a wisdom save.
Oh no.
I have not been good
26.
with those.
Oh, thank God.
26 for me.
17.
And
Not one.
oh god.
Rip.
Okay.
Wait, I got 10.
Come
I
on,
don't know if that's
Tinder.
good or not.
Yeah, no, you can round us out with something good.
Wisdom
fine.
save.
Ash.
It's
Wisdom save. There we go.
There we go.
this is the Naruzagon, right? Just making sure.
I've got a
Andy.
+2, but somehow it worked.
You did
Just a
not
minute.
get a nat one like me.
Yeah. Okay, so Neri, Zerali, and Kundo are fine. Herodias, the things in this portal are not agreeing with your previously perceived sense of reality.
Oh,
It seems
God.
like this portal somehow defies it in some way. And things don't quite work right.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
You take 7 points of psychic damage as this warps your perceived sense of reality in such a way that it's like not good. Thav,
Hey.
How much can I talk
It's
right
bad.
now?
Thav,
Wait, that
this
was
is bad.
17, you said?
No, 7.
Oh, thank God.
No, 7. Yeah. This is bad. This is wrong. This isn't right. Nope.
Oh, God, this isn't right.
Oh!
So, Thav, you take 28 points of psychic damage as this threatens to unmake your sanity. Thav, make me a charisma save. Okay, you're good.
Just...
Seeing that Alvin took damage, can I reach over and can I use one of my parabeads to give him a cure wounds?
Sure, yeah, second level.
Yeah, so that's 2d8 plus my wisdom modifier, which is a 6.
I would assume
like-
since
I like-
Thav's standing right behind Zerali, she would notice and just like is basically
I'm-
doing the whole worry checking on him thing.
I'm pretty sure at this point Zerali's getting kind of crutched as Thav's arms just wrap around her tightly.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got back half of what you lost.
Yeah, and and there's a sudden stop as you all are now in a much different looking locale. This place is a lot more. Basically, you're outside, but it looks like a giant prison block.
I imagine Neri's hair is sticking all the way up his nose. She kind of turns like, I won't do that again.
No! No!
Thav, you're crushing, Thav.
Oh, sorry.
What? I forget.
Wait,
I forget.
what,
Mortal people's not good at the whole perceiving all that shit. Maybe next
what
time.
layer
closer
are
out.
we? Layer are we at
The
again?
sixth. the 6th layer, Malvolg.
Okay, so this is
Yeah,
oh yeah, this
it-
is Glacia's area, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, it's not like we had to go through Cania and
As long as we're
And
nowhere near
what's
the,
the eighth-
as long as we're nowhere near the third, I'm.
All right. So we have to go inside of an infernal prison.
I thought the prison was the next one.
this is a different prison, I'm guessing.
The prison of hell, I guess.
So my only question is, what are they keeping prisoner here?
People who probably piss off Asmodeus.
Any manner. What? No, the people who piss off Asmodeus stay in his citadel.
I see. So this is where Asmodeus puts troublemakers then.
You could say that, yeah. People who are, well, they don't make Asmodeus happy, but they don't make him mad either.
So neutral?
Could someone get here if they didn't want to sign a contract with him by any chance?
I mean, if you agreed to sign the contract and then didn't sign, oh god, no.
Guess so.
Or what if he tried to sign somebody else's name?
Oh, ooh. You'd have to be you'd either have to be one of the cleverest devils I know or one of the dumbest.
Slow pan to Herodias.
Yeah, what kind of idiots would do that?
The,
Only the dumbest person alive would do something that's foolish, right?
Asmodeus. Yeah, Asmodeus appears. No. Herodias, roll me a deception check.
God damn it! I
You
don't
wouldn't
think this is
have
my.
said.
I don't think this is my best. Oh yeah, definitely not my best.
He doesn't notice anything.
Oh thank God.
You know, they have a +1 to wisdom and nothing in insight.
Well, I was just gonna like knock on the front door.
Okay, that solves that. That solves that question.
Yeah. As he drives forward, the gates open.
You know, you must be really fun at parties, Patton.
Oh, you wouldn't believe. Oh no!
Out of character, I'm in love with this guy.
I love Patton.
Neri has found a new best friend in a devil.
Yeah, Patton is one of my favorite creations.
Sad Kundo noises.
Oh,
You're still my favorite.
yeah.
You're both
It's
best
just-
friend. Your boyfriend.
It's just Neri has now found a best friend in a crazy ass devil who drives a train.
Yeah. And as you all are going, these halls are lined with massive cells. Some of them are holding like 1,000 lemures. Some of them are holding a single pit fiend.
Ooh, pit
One of them is holding something none of you have seen before.
Ooh.
Roll me an Arcana
The-
check.
All of us.
Arcana.
Arcana. Oh yeah, Arcana.
Arcana
that's
or what?
easy. Arcana or religion.
I get an advantage on this because
You would.
this is this count as a demon or because that's my
It's a fiend.
a fiend. Okay, that is one of my favorite enemies, so I do get a.
Yep.
I do
You get advantage on.
I'm just seeing what's okay. Nothing. Okay, I got zeros on both Arcana and religion, so it doesn't matter which one I use.
Nat 20 though!
Yeah,
2 21s and a nat 20.
yeah, boy.
So Herodias. Nobody else has seen this creature. In Ten of Thy, you saw one of these. This is a creature that is known as. Let me check because I forget, even though I know what they are and they're terrifying. This is a creature known as a Molly-Dew,
Oh
who are
God.
basically the demon generals.
How do you spell that? Moly. Let's see what this thing looks like.
It's either Molly Do or Molly Doos. I've heard Molly Do.
Okay, so it's
Mo-
here-
MOLYDEUS.
Oh my god. Oh god. These things look
Yeah.
cool.
They are metal.
Yeah.
They're all
He's staring at it like, what the hell is that thing?
yeah, so Neri and Zarali, you both have heard of creatures who are who possess two heads. One of a wolf and one of a snake. These creatures are very powerful demons. The fact that there is one here means that either they have recently won that the devils have recently won a very important conflict, or this thing has been here for a very long time.
So I just looking at it, just saying to herself, so that's what that looks like.
I
You know, I never thought I'd see one in person, but it looks uglier up close.
Yeah, and as
Neri,
as you all
let
are
me tell
driving
you
by it,
Neri, let me tell you something. You do not want to see one of these things in person.
Oh, I am right now.
as you all are
Well,
driving,
it's in a cage. You're lucky it's in a cage.
this thing has a perception of plus 21.
Oh god.
Yeah, so as you all are driving by it, you guys hear something shouted basically in your mind. Do any of you speak Abyssal?
I do! I do!
He now does.
Herodias' desperate call of I do.
Yeah, so Herodias, you hear just in the deepest, most guttural voice, just flesh.
Herodias looks physically disturbed from hearing that.
Yeah, and you see the wolf head of the creature following you, and its mouth is salivating this disgusting, like yellowish green saliva.
Ugh, that thing is gross.
That of course we have
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
Of course we have to see one of those abominations down here.
Ugh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they probably captured it.
They should have put it down.
No,
Mm.
Better information if you keep it. You torture it long enough.
Neri.
What?
I approve of that. I approve. Torturing them is what they deserve.
Yeah,
Mira is
as-
currently
Zarali.
like looking out the window, and then she just
Zarali.
turns around and goes, "What?"
I've seen that thing before. I've seen it in action.
oh,
Yeah. Yes, yeah, and because you have seen this in action, you would know this. This thing is unarmed, which is a very good thing.
Thankfully,
You've seen one of these creatures take off a person's head in a single blow. Somebody that you knew ordinarily would be able to resist such an effect. Just beheaded in an instant.
this thing was one of the ones that killed someone I knew.
Oh.
Thankfully, that one doesn't have a weapon. I've never seen anything that strong. It just, in one
I
swipe,
hope
the head flew off.
I hope we don't have to fight that thing.
Probably
Just
not.
making our way into the rift.
You know what would be even what would not be as bad as that thing, but probably still bad to fight is a kraken.
A kraken.
Neri, don't jinx us. I don't know if there are any krakens in hell, but if you somehow bring a kraken into hell,
Well, they are fairly slow on land.
Yeah,
They
it's
move
when they're
like
in the
slugs
sea
on
you
land.
want to be worried about.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I see. You guys saw Jenkins.
Jenkins.
We don't actually know. We don't know what his fucking name is. That's just what I call him.
Is
He
that
doesn't
a name?
He doesn't
That-
exactly speak infernal.
So how'd you pick him up?
Well, he kind of just showed up with a bunch of his friends, and well, apparently he was supposed to teleport to the first layer, but they found themselves in the ninth layer, right in Asmodeus's court when he was in a right nasty mood.
Well then.
I'll have to thank him, Asmodeus, for putting those things where they.
Yeah, well, if we kill them, they just go back to the abyss. So, better.
So then
keep
they
'em
come
here
back
anyway.
again.
Exactly.
Yep, they're just like us. You don't kill us here, we don't die. You don't kill them there, they don't die. Even then, some of them even resist that. Shit. I know I've shot Baphomet in the fucking head 2 or 3 times.
With Bessie?
Bessie, yeah. Blew his goddamn head apart. Still might have one of his horns somewhere around here. Anyway, fucker keeps coming back.
If anything, the demons are pretty much cockroaches when you think about it.
That they are. Anywho, yeah, and he pulls back the lever, and there is you are now basically in the center of this block, and before you is a statue with a it is a statue of a woman clad in what appears to be very stylized leather armor. In one hand, she carries a what appears to be a warped sort of greatsword or longsword rather, and in the other, holding it out, is the head of some creature, twisted, disturbing, deformed beyond any recognition.
Is that Glacia?
That
Wait, did you just say her name in game?
What?
you did.
Yeah, just ask the
Ooh.
question.
Ooh,
Oh,
you did.
no. Oh, no.
Paradise looks at her like, Neri! Neri, no!
Neri, no.
Neri,
Not to be
No,
the person to say it, but we were literally going to go see her, so it's not like it's an issue.
Okay, fair enough.
It's-
well,
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna
Yeah,
see her one way or another.
yeah.
Neri,
so-
you do know not to say their names in this place.
Alright,
Let me
I'm
just-
trying to say something here.
Sorry, Patrick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Neri, you feel a slight touch to your shoulder.
I turn around.
A very similar woman, although in flesh, appears before you. Her hair is entirely made of flames.
Hi.
She's right behind Neri.
Well, she's
Standing
walking
behind
in.
Neri. So did she just pop up between Kundo and Neri?
Just the instant transmission.
Possibly. I'm going to say that not between you guys, but in such a position that she could still like reach around.
All right, I was just confused because just like
No, yeah, not like directly, but
just sudden nature sandwich.
Nick is smiling. Hi. Sorry. I mean, we're
all
gonna
right.
come
What
see
the
you.
fuck you want?
We're here about the rift.
Okay, that's fine. I don't fucking care. Why'd you call me?
I was just asking if the statue is you.
Okay, well, you've seen me. You've seen the statue. Looks the fucking same, don't they?
Yes, now I know that.
All right. Nobody ever did. Wait, Patton's here. You're the ones that are helping my father, right?
Yes. Yes.
Did
Yes.
he not?
That is us,
Did
yes.
he not tell you that you should not say an archdevil's name in the lair of hell to the eye?
All of us except for her.
Oh, that's just fucking fantastic, isn't it? All right, listen. This time, we'll let it slide. Next time, well, that head might be yours. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Lovely. Pardon? Keep an eye on them. And then she just basically steps off, just straight off the platform and just disappears.
Neri, you need to watch your tongue around this place.
Neri, please do me a favor. Never do that again.
Please.
Well, are we going to go?
Paradise whispers to Patton. Is she always in a foul mood?
Oh, oh, you thought that was a foul moon, huh? Whoo! You ain't seen her in a foul mood. She just like Pappy.
I see.
Ooh, no, she was in a pretty good mood actually. No, she was just opened up with giving your friend a bit of a, what do you people call it?
A little off the top.
A warning?
Not off the top. It's when you kidney shot. That's it. Except instead of a punch with a dagger. And who?
I was kind of hoping she'd be a little more help. She would help us a little. Yes.
We're getting help from your father. I think that's good enough.
You're right. So
We
I
don't
mean,
want to
that's
push our luck.
Yeah, it's probably part of the reason why she didn't just also, kidney shot. She's kind of here on timeout. She doesn't want to try to piss off Daddy anymore. Anywho, y'all gonna need to get off of Bessie to get into that rift. Bessie don't fit in it. I tried once before.
All right.
are you going to watch
Okay.
Bessie then, or are you going to stay? Or are you going to come with us, Patton?
That is an excellent point. Give me just a moment. Yeah, he just kind of looks around. Yeah, I should probably watch Bessie.
Thank you for the ride.
Thank you.
Yeah, afraid I'm not gonna be able to join you, but
Well,
Every so
Gotta
often,
keep an eye out for, never know what kind of neighborhood you're in. Someone
don't say
might
this-
want Bessie for themselves.
yeah, like Jenkins, right bastard, stole Bessie once.
I don't,
Little
don't say this
bastard, got some
often, but-
teleportation.
Sorry, you're talking.
No, yeah. Anyways, what's up?
Well, Patton, I don't say this often, especially to devils. Thank you for your help, and I hope we meet again someday. Honestly,
Oh,
I've taken a bit of a liking to you.
I'll probably be here when you get back, unless fucking Jenkins stole Bessie again.
All right.
And he'd have to steal you too.
That is an excellent point, young lady. Excellent point.
All right.
Well,
Well,
time to go.
we're all ready.
Yeah. He pulls the lever and the ladders come out, basically. Well, hopefully, I think they're good there. Yeah, I'll
That's
come
good.
out in one piece.
We intend
I
to.
hope-
Don't worry. I'll be a promise.
All right.
I don't plan on dying here just yet.
Mhm. Yeah, as you all are stepping out, make perception checks, except for Thoth.
Wait, why
17.
not me?
You have two sight,
Because you
Razzler.
have- Yeah, because you have true sight.
Double 34.
Not 20. God damn. Y'all are doing good.
Oh God.
Okay.
We're all
Okay,
doing.
yeah.
You're all doing good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey
yeah,
guys,
Thoth, you-
great to be here.
yeah. Thoth, you see this automatically due to true sight.
Yay!
Neri, Zeraldi, and Kundo, you all see like waves of energy radiating from the base of the statue. So if you see an entryway, about probably Kundo would be able to fit in relatively easily, but nothing much larger than him.
At the base of the statue,
Yeah,
I was going to
Yeah.
walk up.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
a
walk
rippling
up.
portal.
I was gonna walk up to it. It's over here.
Yeah.
I guess also with that perception, Zerali notice Herodias
Yeah.
just kind of looking around, just feel like, Herodias, this way.
Oh, okay. There we are.
Yeah.
Like, Bob gives a deep breath in. Well, here goes nothing.
Yep.
And jump. Or unless it's an entranceway to walk.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
walk in like a normal person.
Yeah.
Paradise does a cannonball.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I love
can
that
do
if it's just a normal walkway. It they're gonna climb
I
if it's
pictured
not.
by entrance like a hole in the ground.
No, it's like basically like it would be built into the statue if it was an actual structure.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a doorway. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Bob will walk through instead.
And Zerali is following right behind him.
Okay. Okay. So as you enter, I need to take a bio break, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yay!
More bio break.
Ugh.
Hopefully Chad is enjoying.
Yes. One thing I forgot to mention that I should have mentioned was oh hey Blackleg. Was that the person the Molly Dove killed was the monk, like Lotus.
Ah.
I didn't know what Myth was implying there, and then so he just said, "Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That it killed one of your companions." So yeah, one of the strongest people I know got decapitated by one of those things. So
And monks can be pretty OP, so yeah, that's impressive.
exactly, that's why I had him kill the monk.
Okay. Oh god. Sorry, internet pipped out for a second.
Yeah, basically the Molly-Deuce has an automatic Vorpal weapon.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So yeah, Herodias has reasons to fear Molly-Deuce.
Yeah,
Yeah, if anyone, we could have our characters have a discussion while as we enter the thing now.
I think Myth has something planned for upon
You're
us
right.
entering, so
I'm so happy I ended up getting that natural one on a roll on the 20.
on the high or low.
Yeah.
I was so happy I got that nat 20 on the Arcana check.
More bird lore.
Here, Dark, you don't know how happy I am you permitted me to get 2 items.
I honestly had no. There was many things I was thinking. Asking for. I was gonna ask. The one thing I was gonna ask for was just a book on monsters, but honestly, I think it works better that I gave you 2 items.
I wonder what the
The-
second item is.
I do too, because as a player, it's kind of just like, the fuck is Thav asking for?
He didn't even
Yes.
tell Zerali his girlfriend? My goodness.
I mean, Kundo did the same thing.
I know, but we've already actually, like, out of character discussed that.
I have ideas, but I have no idea what it could actually be.
Oh, I know, and it's amazing. No, like like out of character. I was gonna give it to you anyways.
Oh,
It's great. No, but myth, that nat one on the higher low.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you would have sent high, then you would have gotten like a +1.
So she
But
got
now-
a +3 plus extra effect potentially.
Mm.
Okay, back now.
Hmm.
Just decided
I
to
have no
snap.
I have no idea what extra effects it has.
Nope, you won't know until it becomes relevant.
Or you just have one of the bards cast Identify on it.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him
Yeah.
give me like a set of demon armor without me knowing it.
Oh. No, it's not a negative enchantment. You got a nat 1. Getting that one.
It's
You-
very rare that that sentence is a thing you can say.
And
Yeah.
it'd be a good thing.
Just if it's not negative, you rolled a natural 1.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a D100 roll under system,
That one's the best.
So
you
Call
can
of
get,
Cthulhu?
that's- Or
Call of
Warhammer.
Cthulhu, yeah, Rogue Trader. Okay, but
Uh,
as you all enter this area,
Question: when did Myth get back?
Like-
He's back now.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just got back. Okay.
a little bit ago. But yeah, so as you all enter this area, the iron and stone are replaced with more stone and platinum and gold filigree along the walls. The stone is a brilliant white marble, as are the walls, which are all inlaid with organic designs of platinum and gold inlaid with gems. It's very opulent and different. It almost seems like you stepped from the infernal realms into a celestial realm.
This is a very different
What?
change in scenery.
What is this place?
It's very
Let's
different.
keep on your guard.
Something I don't know.
Remember, this thing is trapped in its own memories.
I see that.
Hmm.
Also, keep an eye out for any of the magic items we need to bring back.
Yes. Like, are we? Question Myth. Are we in like a room, or is it just?
It's more of a hallway.
Let's start walking.
Oh. Yes. Let's continue on until we see something at least.
Mhm.
Weapons away.
So we've all seen the list, right?
Yeah, we all have a list.
Yeah.
We all have our own copy of it, yeah.
And keep an eye out for if anything we can find. As we're walking down the hallway, I'm just going to do a initial perception check.
Ooh,
I would like to do
I
the
got a
same.
question for Myth. Do I
Okay.
sense the Necronomicon at all in this area?
No.
No. So it's not on the ramp.
No, it is not on this plane of existence.
Okay, so it's not in the hells at all.
No.
All right. That is good to know. So I'm gonna do perception as well.
Okay.
Oh. To be fair, he's probably very distracted by everything.
Don't worry,
So,
Dark. That's a Tuesday game for me.
Yeah, that's.
So
You
as you lot are walking along, you see before you a folded square of this black fabric, just tucked away, like against the wall behind one of these, behind basically a quote unquote branch of this filigree on the wall.
Duff,
The
don't you see it?
yes.
I think that's one of
Yes,
the
I
things
do.
we meant to find.
How high up is it?
It's an arm's reach for anybody.
Okay, so everyone but me sees
Oh.
this. Got it.
Yeah.
Valve will be the first to grab it.
Maybe I should use Mage Hand to get it.
Yeah, we got notes cursed in here.
right. Thav produces his own mage hand.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
or
I'm
you
pretty sure at
can.
least one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at least one of you had it, if not both.
In this case, it's both.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
mage hand will pick it up.
Yep, just picks it up.
Well, doesn't seem to be trapped. He's
which one
gonna
do you
have
think this is?
the hand float, and if you give me a minute, I will be able to tell us.
Okay.
Ritual cast identify.
So 10 minutes.
11.
I'd much rather not be expending too much resources if this is but a small list of what we could potentially find. We could end up using a lot of resources if we're not careful.
True.
Okay, so as you identify this item, it is a well of many worlds.
Well,
Did we
I
find one?
was gonna set down. Like, Dava has a chest. He's gonna open it up and carefully place it in the chest, close it.
Which is
Do we know if this item would cause any issues if put into a bag of holding?
Dav would know, and out of character, I'm pretty certain that is a no, that there is no issue.
We lost
No.
Andy.
Oh no.
No.
Well, do you want to put it in Jojo's bag then?
I mean, it could. Thav could also just hold it, carry it in a chest.
I
Either
was more
or.
saying for the simple fact that if we put it in a bag of holding, it's no longer in this realm, so if something's looking for it, it can't find it.
The Well of Many Worlds. Fine black cloth, soft as silk, folded up in dimensions of a handkerchief. Unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter. You can use an action to unfold and place the Well of Many Worlds on a solid surface, whereupon it creates a two-way portal to another world or plane of existence. Each time the item opens a portal, the DM decides where it leads. You can use an action to close an open portal by taking hold of the edges of the cloth and folding it up. Once Well of Many Worlds has opened a portal, it cannot do so for 1d8 hours.
Yep.
Do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Sorry, I
guess-
had to switch to my laptop.
I guess, yes, Kundo, this could be held in your bag of holding.
For anyone curious why Kundo doesn't always have all of his gear visually on him, that's why. So yeah, he'll fold that up and then put it into the bag.
Just mage hand, plop it in the bag.
Well, that's one
All
item
right.
found.
Yep, Thav's gonna take out a quill and just scratch that off.
Uh-huh.
Nero will take a bit of chalk and charcoal and rub hers off.
That's one. That's one
Well,
as a part of this little hunt.
feels like a very awful scavenger hunt.
Oh hey, the list actually updated. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I've actually given you all editing access to it, so you guys can do it yourself.
Oh, nice.
Yay. Oh,
Continue?
yep. Let's continue on down.
Alright. As you continue, the pathway curves off sharply to the left and continues forward, and about 50 feet past the intersection, there's a large door.
Do my eyes see anything about this door?
I mean, roll. Oh, via True Sight?
True sight, or I can do a perception. Both.
Roll perception, anyways.
28.
Wow, you're on a lot of those. It's very well made, but nothing about it seems suspicious or off.
Hmm. My eyes don't see anything odd about that door. So this is a
Oh.
intersection or just
mean,
a
it's pretty-
turn?
It's because it is an intersection because the path does continue forward for a little bit before approaching the door, and then curves off to the left. Or
So we can either continue walking down the hallway or go through the door?
the basically the way it ends up being is that there's a door, and then 50 feet behind it there is a split in the path. One goes to the left and one just goes straight to the door.
Okay, so we can continue on, and there's a left turn or continue
Or
going
the
straight
door.
to the door.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah, door or turn.
Well, walking up to the intersection, is there anything notable down the other hallway?
As you look down the other hallway, it seems like where this hallway you're standing in is fairly lustrous and clean and nice looking. As you look down that hallway, the further down you look, the worse repair it seems to be in.
So we got two options here. We can either open that door and see what's behind that, or we can continue down that path that seems to be decaying.
If
Yeah,
this
I s-
world is based off of a creature's memories,
That one's the best one.
then as it changes, we should expect to be going deeper.
I agree with
With
Kundo.
some nasty places.
I suggest we all stick together too. We could split up, but I feel like that is a poor choice.
Very.
Yes. Best
But-
to stay together.
But given we are searching for these items, we can't leave anywhere behind us left unsearched.
Wow.
Well, can at least open the door and see if there's anything on the other side. Could even open it from range.
I have an idea, but I could send Pandian to hide. She is actually very stealthy, so
Maybe she can check down what's behind the door first.
yes, we can do that, and then we can decide from there. But just putting that idea out there.
We can wait here, send Pandian down, and then Pandian reports back what she found.
Exactly. She's not much of a fighter, but she is a very good scout.
If that's what you would like to do.
She
But
not.
first, we are going to open the door with Mage Hand.
Yeah, I was about to comment. Does the door look big enough that 5 pounds of force would be able to do it, or would it require 10 or more?
It seems like it would be heavier than what Mage Hand could produce.
Even with two of them
Even-
working together.
Yeah.
Kundo, would you care to open the door?
Certainly. Better me than any of you if it is trapped.
Do you want me to take point,
I-
though, just in case?
I did not see any traps, or I can't see any traps on this side. If there's anything magical about it, I can't see it.
A trap on a door usually isn't on the side you're opening it from.
Hmm.
Sometimes, if there is magic to it, it could be.
Yeah, but he's going to step up and open the door.
Paradise gets ready his bow just in case.
Okay.
And he just looks at one, just in case we get jumped by something.
Understandable.
Yes.
So Kundo, you open the door.
Yes.
As you open the door, behind this is a room that looks almost lost to time. any metal, even gold, which out of character does not react much, is rusted away, has lost all luster, all polish.
Become tarnished.
Yeah, the floor is dingy. Any what gleaming white marble might have remained is cracked and dust stained. Various items sort of litter the floor, as well as corpses. Some humanoid, some not. And at the far end of the room, there is a creature with its back turned to you. It is a large, hulking, disgustingly over-muscled humanoid figure with bright red skin. Its left arm, where skin is not, well, or rather, I should say, its left arm is encased in this massive metallic gauntlet that ends in metal-tipped claws. In some places, it seems like there's even flesh coming out of like the cracks where the joint should be, and it's just sort of staring at the wall or whatever maybe in front of it that you cannot see through.
Do I get any sort of sense that this is a fiend of some sort?
It looks like it could be a fiend. I mean, it doesn't.
And do the rest of us see it?
Yeah, that's my question.
Not as well as Kundo would. Kundo is sort of blocking the way.
I mean, he is quite a massive boy. I imagine he takes up most of the doorway.
Yeah, Kundo's blocking the way. You guys can.
I'm gonna roll perception just to.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll
Achievement.
perception too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, finally a good perception.
Hey. There you go. Okay.
Everyone else is doing it.
Well, it's to see past you.
Yeah.
And I want a better look while I'm standing in the way.
Okay. Yeah. So.
He
yeah,
makes a better door than a window.
Yeah. So the rest of you do see similar to what Kundo has seen, except
So it's a fiend, right?
less. With your training in fiendish creatures, this thing looks like a pit fiend, but it's not a pit fiend. Pit fiends tend to have scaly hide and they have wings. This creature, as far as you can tell, doesn't seem to have ever had wings, and its flesh, while a similar red color, does not have scales.
So I have no idea what this thing is.
Yeah,
Looks like a-
nor does it have a tail.
So it's not.
Do you think we should just close the door and move on?
Do we see anything else in the room? Do we just see the creature?
You see like a lot of corpses that are. Some of them are not. Well, most of them are skeletonized. What few have flesh on are very little. Some of them seem ancient. These
Close the door.
bones are.
Close the fucking door! I've seen enough. I've heard enough. Paradash just whispers, Kundo, close the door.
We were told there was no need to fight in this realm.
Not
Kundo's
to
going to
defeat.
step forward.
The skeletons.
Okay.
The skeletons.
Can I grab onto like the back of his shirt?
I don't think you...
I don't.
Don't care. I will try.
Okay, that's athletics versus athletics.
Wait,
24.
who's she grabbing?
Kundo.
Kundo.
I may lose this. Who knows?
You might. I mean, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, okay. Well, so Neri, you go to grab his shirt and end up grabbing his hair.
Just mob
Or
drags him away.
I guess rather.
Insert
I guess rather,
PNG that I
rather
sent
his,
Neri before.
yeah, I guess maybe rather his bear pelt.
Oh, if that's the case, then it would just come off.
She
Hair's
could-
better.
Yeah, his bear pelt, and then as that slips off, you go to grab
Oh,
again,
what?
and you grab his hair.
I was gonna say I could also just grab onto his pants.
Oh, okay. No.
That would have made him stop.
Move or they come off.
Okay.
Just he's wearing tearaway pants.
Oh god, no.
So have him hold of his hair and go, Kundo, don't you dare.
Slowly, the thing's head begins to turn.
I mean, also, you guys were behind Kundo. You would have had to run into the room after him to grab him. Because he was at the door.
Yeah, we were all at the door.
I thought you guys were, like, behind quite a bit away.
No, we were
Oh.
just letting you take point on the door.
Oh. I
So,
thought with the
I-
mention of Mage Hand, you guys would be, like, 30 feet away.
We were going to do Mage Hand, but it was too much, so
Yeah.
it ended up just
Okay,
being a
I was
huddle
just
behind
confused.
Kundo.
I was just confused
Okay.
because the Mage Hand was mentioned, so I thought everyone but Kundo was hanging back.
No. Yeah, but still, the creature's head is slowly beginning to turn.
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
Close the fucking
Trying-
door.
Trying to like pull Kundo as not like too roughly. I don't want to.
It's another athletics. Oh, yeah. I guess for Kundo, it would be athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, wait, you just said I could use acrobatics.
You've already rolled.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know this was a grapple check.
That's what it. Yeah, that's what I meant it to be.
You already
Well, then I
rolled
could
and
My
Gary
use
beat you.
acrobatics.
Yeah, my bad.
By what?
I don't... Legitimately, I don't think Neri can physically stop Kundo, no matter the athletics roll.
Yeah.
She's a strong girl.
And Kundo can lift a ton.
I can also lift quite a bit. I have powerful build too.
Let the dice do the speaking.
Let the RP do the speaking.
Okay. Wait, Kundo, don't you have the 6th level bear totem?
Yes, I have 2 ranks of powerful build.
Well, not only that, but
Oh wait, that
hold
gives
on.
me advantage on all strength checks, doesn't it?
I don't think it does. It's only on specific checks. Let me check something.
Kunda, just let your girlfriend pull you away from the door.
You have
Advantage
advantage
on
on
all strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break
lift.
objects.
I mean, I guess technically you would be pulling her along.
But she's not an object.
That's true. Okay.
Your girlfriend's more than just an object, man.
I'm aware, but I want to converse with this creature.
We don't.
It's
Let
not-
us talk first.
Yes, let us talk first. Can we just come up with a plan of action for this all? I just got everyone to stop hating me, so I'd rather not become one of those skeletons. Or
I mean, even during this encounter of Neri trying to pull Kundo, I imagine the creature's still turning to look at us.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Kundo is in the room.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah. Yeah. As it is turning about, its face appears humanoid.
Well, before someone just slaps a hand over his mouth. It's been a long battle, hasn't it?
And the creature just sort of slowly looks around.
So
Just
if Kundo's
nods in a very knowing fashion.
Was it a
Like a-
battle you even wanted?
At one time, it was. You have nothing to fear from me.
As I'm trying to show my companions.
You just don't go bursting into a room with somebody.
You call me bratch and you're doing this?
This is something
You
I would
know
probably
I'm
have done,
Brash the
honestly.
Myth.
Can I ask what are you? I've never seen anything.
Well, if you would enter into my chamber, I would tell you. Frightening as I may appear, I mean you no harm. These
I'm rolling
skeletons
in
are...
Yeah, I'm rolling insight on that.
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, go ahead.
Forgive me, I don't. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Neri, there's a profound sadness to this creature. Sav, this creature is not attempting to deceive you in any way. There's a...
Oh.
Paradise?
There's no tell. In Paradise, you get the same.
Yeah, I put
Impression.
I put my bow away and just kind of walk in behind Kundo.
Steps forward and just quietly says, I've seen that look before in the druids of my circle.
So you grew tired of the count the fluffer fluff.
Words come difficult to me too, friend.
That was me, not Kundo.
Still.
So you grew Don't make me laugh while I'm trying to be serious.
Oh, you better laugh. Oh, you better laugh. It's gonna get sad.
So you've grown tired of the countless battles.
Could say that.
Harry will approach him while the creature. Harry's going to move closer towards the creature. Just kind of. It's more of like a very curious, like, kind of looking at him. Not like very like, oh, I'm scared of you. It's an honest curiosity.
Right. It does not seem to react to your approaches in a negative manner.
What's your name?
Andy, I think you might have to repeat that. I didn't hear anything.
Fuck.
She said,
Hold on.
"What's
There
your
we go.
name?"
Did I have to get closer to the mic?
Probably.
Hold on.
Might help.
Give me 1 second. I think it might be because I'm on my laptop.
I didn't hear anything again.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I just moved back over to my phone because I can actually hear you now.
Okay.
Okay. Did the creature say its name?
It did not.
Why do you linger around here?
Now, if you would all into the room.
We've all entered, I thought.
Yeah, we have entered.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the door slowly closes behind you, lot.
Nervous about the door closing, but okay.
Yeah, naturally.
Out of nervous habits,
What?
Ellie's tail kind of just wraps around Thov's arm.
Okay. Now I gotta pull this up because I wrote everything. I prepared this.
Would you like us to
Yeah,
mute so
but-
you can read it?
No, no, you don't have to. At one time, I was known by many names and titles. The Banisher of the Darkness, the Defender of the Innocent, the Shining Jewel of the Council's achievement. But my given name is Valexion. Of my people, there is no longer any record. I am the last bastion of the Soul Ark. At one time, our kind was a peaceful people. Admittedly, no less given to war and battle as the mortals of modern day. But our accomplishments in wartime were far outmatched by our advancements in technology, society, and life. The woman I would come to call my wife spearheaded these efforts, but she discovered something that threatened to destroy us. A slight humming enters the air as an illusion conjures up across the entire room.
I'm
In the
just
center.
picturing everyone watching it and Thav just standing there confused, like, "What are you all looking at? I can barely see it."
Oh, yeah. For the purposes of this thought, you can still see it just fine. This is a unique illusion that True Sight doesn't seem to penetrate quite as effectively. But
It's rift magic. It works weirdly.
yeah,
Oh my god!
it's
I'm
plot
just being a
convenient.
I'm just being a chit.
What?
Continue on.
But in the center stands a woman, hands pressed against a table. Her clothing is pure white, her hair a golden blonde. From the far end of the room, a door opens, allowing a similar clothed man to enter. And he speaks. So, what new discoveries has my darling made today? The woman looks up. Her face is stricken with many emotions, primarily amongst them concern, fear. Valexion, love, I have no idea what this is, but its power is immense, dangerously so. I don't think even the combined might of our peoples and our technology could stand up to it if it goes loose. Surely you must be overacting. Maybe you've worked yourself too hard. Darling, I think you're delirious. Do not mistake this for delirium or hysteria, Valexion. Why would I fall subject to such things? You and I have been coupled for decades. You know that I would never lie about the severity of this. Why do you not believe me? The man looks to the side. Slowly his face begins to pale. Then surely somebody must be informed of this. No. Nobody can know about this. Nobody would believe you, believe us. Darling, they must know. Amidst the woman's protest, the man turns and begins to exit, and the illusion begins to fade. I was stubborn, foolish. I thought that I was right, and that she was overreacting. But of course, I was in the wrong. She always did know so much more than I did. The creature's breath seems to catch, if just for a moment. One to leaders. Being a highly respected general,
You
They
got
heard my
roboted
story.
there at the start. There,
Oh.
sorry.
did I?
Yeah,
A little bit.
after the illusion, after you said the creature's breath catches some.
Okay. Naturally, I went to the council. Being a highly respected general, they heard my story. I thought they would heed the warning of my dearest Astria. Were I a wiser man, I would have known better. Once more, the illusion comes back, although different. The same man from before comes into view, surrounded by 6 massive chairs, hidden amidst the darkness. Barely visible humanoid features are seen. One in each chair. The man in the center speaks suddenly, in a rushed, concerned tone. Surely you must understand this is a danger we cannot afford to play with. This is a fool. His body appears to lock up, his jaw sealed shut by an unseen force. The figure directly in front of him leans forward into the dim light, revealing a face older than should ever be possible, eyes webbed with cataracts, wrinkled, decrepit. It speaks in an imperious, powerful tone, contrary to its frail appearance. And surely you must understand. Arguing against a ruling of the council is futile. You are to surrender your spouse and all her knowledge to us, as well as any knowledge you may possess. Although, the thing's head cranes to the side, gazing into the darkness. From the side, a door opens and faint light begins to trickle in, and the woman from before is dragged in, clad in chains, flanked by 4 animated armor. The creature's head then turns back to Valexion, smiling in a cold and sadistic manner. Your compliance in this matter is no longer a factor. Consider yourself dismissed, child, and reflect on your misstep. The illusion once more fades out, and the creature appears to be shaking. I would like all of you to roll either perception or insight checks.
Nat 20!
Oh, fuck that one.
Hey, that's still a 17.
So
I
we're
know
Yeah.
it's still a 17, but still.
Even with the 17, even with an
Oh!
unfortunately, Herodias doesn't. Okay.
Two
So,
nat ones!
so Thav, Neri, and Zerali. There are tears in this creature's eyes. Neri,
Hmm.
there's not just rage behind this shaking. There's sadness, regret, sorrow.
Oh, I wish Kundo had succeeded this role.
I was a fool for my foolishness. I'd lost the only woman that I'd ever wanted to love. I knew how the council worked. Anybody that had been found hiding secrets from them was enslaved. Effective immediately and forever. My mind turned to embers, which roared into a raging inferno. If this was how it was meant to be, then I would free her, with tooth and claw, with blade and firearm. I gathered my forces, many of which were my family. My brother would be my second in command. So we marched onto the council's chamber, ready to put them to the sword. Third time, the illusion fades in. Where once were skeletons are now bodies. Men and women of all shades of skin lay, bleeding their last life onto a ground of white and gold. Some wielded blades made of a golden material, their edges glowing with white. Others carried strange blocks of a waxy white color, strange designs. Bolts of bluish-white energy streak from both sides of the room. In the center stands Valexion, left arm encased in a similar-looking metal claw to the creature's, right hand gripped around what appears to be a greatsword's hilt. Right next to him stands a man with reddish blonde hair and a rather impressive beard, carrying a very similar block which emits the same bolts of bluish-white energy. Valexion speaks. Brother, we are routing them. We may have lost many, but they have lost so much more. More streaks of light race towards Valexion, but he moves his left arm and the light is reflected off of the metal claw. Another streak past him strikes the other man in the chest, directly in the heart. With barely a sound, he drops. Amidst the sound of battle, the sound of the man's last gasps and impact of his body hitting the ground is impossible to discern. Onward, my loyal friends! To the council! Carol will lead you. Carl? Reflexion looks behind him, his eyes widening as he bears witness to Carol's last twitches, his blood mingling with that of so many others. Reflexion shakes his head, blinks his eyes, and yet the terrible scene before him refused to relent. Tears begin to fill his eyes, and his voice trembles as he speaks, softly. No, Carl, no. No, brother, I can't lose you too. Not now. Not after Father too has passed. What will I tell your wife? What? Why? I will avenge you. I will avenge you all. Sadness turns to anger, which burns to white-hot animosity. As Alexion turns to the fleeing forces. With a bestial roar, he runs forward, tearing through the unfortunate victims of his wrath as though they were tissue. Soaked in blood and viscera, he then points his blade forward, and the remainder of his forces charge, the chant of Carl upon their lips. They were routed, broken, nursing wounds they'd never had to nurse. I thought that, despite the cost of most of my family, including Carl and my father, the two wisest of us all, this was the price we would pay to be free of the council's control. I didn't. Once more, his breath catches, longer this time. I didn't think the council could have been more cruel. Had already taken my wife from me, my family. But once again, foolishness took over reason. Alone, Alexion stands back in the council's chamber. 5 of the 6 figures lay in pools of blood. The 6th, the very same one that had spoken prior, sat cowering in its chair, flinching with every heavy footfall. With a whimper, it choked out words. Alexion, you cannot do this. This goes against everything we've worked so hard to pursue. The point of a greatsword impaling its stomach silenced it, as a racking cough pushed blood through its throat and out onto the floor. Slumping down, the light began to fade from its eyes. Alexion, turning around, began to relax, and then a figure, clapping. And from the darkness, the very same council member appeared, speaking with a mocking, almost amused tone. Very well done, Alexion. You sure showed us the error of our ways. But tell me, if I am here, and you just slew me, and am I just a hologram? The bodies of the slain council members begin to flicker. Or have you just slain yet more innocents in your need for blood? The illusion on the bodies fall, and the truth of the situation comes to a terrible light. 6 bodies lay on the ground. The first, Alexion's mother. The second and third, his sisters. The fourth and fifth, his children. The 6th, his wife. Once more, Alexion felt rage enter his heart, but even more forcefully, despair overtook him. In his quest for vengeance, he had allowed his family to die, and then he had slain the remainder. His blade slipped from his grasp and fell, clattering uselessly to the ground. He then fell to his knees, tears streaming. He had failed the only people that mattered to him, and in her last moments, all his wife had seen was a brutal monstrosity, slaying his family, no, their family, before her eyes, and then her, with the ruthless efficiency of a mindless soldier. The council had known what he was going to do this whole time, and they'd driven the blade even further by tricking him into doing this. Alexion did not resist as he felt cold manacles clamp down on his wrists. His will had been shattered. As he was struck into darkness, the last sight he saw was that of his wife, an expression of shock and anguish, and the councilman, a twisted smile on his face. As the illusion fades, terrible, racking sobs fill the room, coming from the creature. Its face is in its massive claw, which clamps down on its head at every movement. Blood trickles down from its body, and at its feet a pool has begun to form. But as the creature pulls the claw away, there are no visible marks of wounds. Any semblance of rationality and calmness has faded away. Rage, despair, sorrow, hatred, all blended together into a terrible, heart-wrenching look and tone. How could I have been so dumb? To not know that my brashness would have led to that conclusion. What life did I deserve to lead? When I had driven most of my family to the graves, my hot-blooded need for revenge, and slain the rest in a rage, and a self-imposed feeling of righteousness. How could I have ever forgiven myself? How could I live with the monster I've become? The creature's remaining hand lashes out, reaching for a blade tucked away behind an alcove, very same that was present in the previous illusion. However, where it had once appeared to be made of lustrous gold, it was now comprised of blackened, rusted iron, and where the edge once glowed white, it now pulsed with deep crimson. Turning the blade on itself, it runs itself through and drags it as though to open its own stomach. But as soon as the blade opens a wound, it closes just as quickly. Once again, sadness burns away into terrible hatred and animosity. And they knew I would do it to myself. They knew, and they made me into this, so that I would be forced to live in suffering. I could not die by my own hand, nor the hand of any other, only theirs. And then they went and killed themselves, so I cannot die. I will outlast everybody else. And I, alone would suffer.
Are we allowed to do anything in this moment?
Yeah, he is basically fallen into himself.
And I thought my story was tragic.
Kundo's going to walk up to him and just embrace him.
Neri's gonna do the same.
Paradise does the same.
Sorali can do so as well.
So
Like, if he
Come on,
does
join
not-
your house.
that will join.
Defeat the enemy with the power of love!
No, well, I had a thing to do, but okay, everyone's joining the hug.
We all feel bad, okay? You not see all of us sobbing.
I kind of relate. to
Kundo's
that.
not sobbing.
Well, I mean more so just the three of us, but okay.
Yeah. If anything, Kundo's face almost seems emotionless to everyone else.
You never get a read on that guy.
But as he just pulls how do you pronounce his name? Lexicon?
Velexion. Here, let me type it.
Velexion. Okay. For some reason, my head was reading that as literally calling himself the Lexicon. And I was confused at first.
No, Velexion.
Gotcha, I see that now. Velexion. I imagine Kundo is saying this is like pulling the creature's head to like nestle into his, like towards
Mhm.
his. I don't know your despair, but I do know rage. I have no earthly idea if anything within you can see into the minds of others. But your story, I hear the sounds of it echoing in my own. Something far greater than you, twisting everything you know against you. Cruel illusions, made to drive you further into your rage. I have experienced that before. I do not know your anguish, though. For if I was given one gift by the first family I lost, it was the gift of forgiving myself. And that's not a gift that you can simply give to another with a few kind words. So I don't expect you to learn it simply because a stranger to you is saying this. But I can offer perhaps something that might be of assistance. You said you cannot be slain by any other's hands but theirs. So where did they fall?
I have lived for 1,000 aeons, and in that time I have found the one thing that can end suffering. Somewhere in this infernal ruin is a weapon, a dagger. Houses the soul of my beloved, perverted and twisted into a spiteful creature. I cannot leave this room, such is my curse. Either purify our spirit or lay it to rest, and then, when you return, lay me to rest as well. This is the
Will-
last wish of Alexion, the last of the Solaks. Let us fade away into dust and memory, or immortalize us in song. Either way, and please.
It will be done.
We shall bring you and your beloved back together,
Yes.
free from the suffering to have been torn apart.
Creature says no more and nods.
Paradise plucks one of his feathers and gives it to the creature. You may not know much about my people, but this is a symbol. When a member of the flock gives someone their feather, it's a vow. We will reunite you, even at, no matter the cost.
See within you all reflections of myself. Bold, brave, true to your word.
You're still crying a little bit.
Oh, so's
Brings
Raleigh.
me hope. All these skeletons you see here. People who have refused to kill me, were convinced there was another way. And so they spent their lives here. I told them it was the only way. They did not listen. Eventually they
You have suffered long enough
away.
to offer you final release. Especially after those you have seen fall around you.
May I ask you one favor, friend?
I cannot grant much. But what I can, I will try.
It is fine. When we return to unite you with your loved one, I ask only for this does happen. Someone will greet you. All who I slay are greeted by this same person. Please tell Eleanor your story. She will love to hear it, and she will greet you fondly.
I will be glad to do so.
I may have a way to easily find you. Maybe dagger, if it is what you say. I
But
don't
yeah,
know if it's gonna work.
yeah. After Kundo says that, though, he'll finally let go of
Mhm.
him and just step
Group
back.
huddle break.
Mary
Amidst
stand next to her sister.
amidst a room of rot, it will be the only thing left untarnished.
Then
Do you
for
have Do you have knowledge of the tunnels and chambers that are around here?
You can't.
If this
What
is a
others have
reflection of what you used to know,
What others have allowed me to perceive, it changes every time some person enters. It alters its structure. Part of my curse, too.
It's still the same object, right?
The object has always remained the same. But what dangers lie ahead, and what twisted thoughts, twisted passages you may have to go through to find it, I do not know.
The spell I have should at least give us a.
Did you stop talking there, Andy, or did you cut out?
I stopped talking. After I said the spell I had should give us a general direction.
Okay.
Miri's gonna pull out a. Oh, sorry.
with the recent change, has anything entered here that is not, well, us?
If they have, they do not enter upon my chambers. I have no knowledge beyond this room. If something does not enter, I do not. Suppose rather, if something does not find me, I will never see it.
Miri's gonna pull out a small sheet of paper, kind of a pencil, offer. Father, could you do something for me so when we get back we don't. When we lay you to rest, I don't recite the proper burial.
You were breaking up real bad just then.
Back! Back!
You didn't break up that bad for me.
I think it was just me being quiet. Give me 1 second.
She's breaking up
Yeah.
bad on my end, and I'm streaming, so.
Yeah, she's the one streaming.
How's this?
Better.
Is this better? Alright, so Neri's handing him a piece of paper asking him to write down the proper burial rites for when they do lay him to rest.
Okay.
If
It's kind of hard for him to grasp normal things because his remaining hand is still fucking huge.
What are you? I'm trying to be nice here, man.
Well, yeah. He's doing the best with what he can.
Okay. I was gonna say, I hope the sentiment's not lost on him.
No. He's doing the best with what he can. It's just more difficult for him because he's like 11 feet tall, and he's basically like a Red Hulk, more or less.
All right then.
Except with a giant fuck off metal claw for an arm.
Looking around, are there any doors other than the one we entered in?
Nope.
Can I cast locate object?
Sure.
Focusing in on the dagger that,
Mhm.
that has.
Well, mind throwing the spell up for me?
Give me 1 second. I have to see if I popped it in here. Because if not, give me 1 second. Locate.
It's a useful spell to have considering we're literally looking for things while we're in here.
Right.
I did. I've just.
Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. I don't think you're familiar with the dagger.
It's worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
Yeah, so you can
So-
just say dagger.
Hopefully it's the right dagger.
And also that the dagger is within 1,000 feet of us.
Again,
So
it's
you just
gonna
keep
get.
concentrating.
Yeah.
Thus
Sure.
far, you do not seem to pick anything up.
I'll walk around the perimeter of the room at least to see if I can get anything in like a certain direction.
It seems that there is nothing registers.
So you guess just keep focusing on it as we keep walking further in.
Yeah. I guess we just have to maybe press on the walls to see which one will let us through.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean, there's still the door, it just closed behind us.
Okay. The way it was
I-
being
I'm-
said, it was like, okay, the door's just gone.
No, I
No.
said, is there any door other than the one we entered? And Myth said that the one we entered is the only door.
Yeah, there's only one door in and out of this room. It just closed behind you guys.
For
Head out
dramatic.
the door next.
For dramatic entry.
Dav will look one more time at Valexion before they leave. I can only imagine some of the pain that you felt. I'd be known that we shall do our best to bring your beloved and you to peace. And a consideration for when we come back. You mentioned about immortalizing your story in song. We have been asked to do something such as that. Please ponder if there's a way that you want your story to be told.
I will do so.
And we shall try to be as fast as we can. And with mentioning that, Dov will leave through the door.
Neri's gonna concentrate on the spell and start walking out the door.
May the sun see you safe. Now, are all of you leaving? Or-
Yeah.
I imagine Kundo might linger for a moment, seeing a reflection of himself if he had let his rage be his only guiding force. Before
Okay. So, okay. So, due to what he has said, you all feel a warming light bathe you all. You are now under the effects of the bless spell, and you all have advantage on Constitution saves
Oh, he's cool.
Yay!
Nice.
because you might need them.
Ooh.
Oh.
And we will
So-
end the session there.
No!
Ah, damn it! No!
Yeah.
Perception.
Yep.
There's perception.
The end of session.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
End of session.
Oh.
Perception.
We will end the session with Herodias rolling perception.
It's completely useless.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, you're-
everyone, roll perception. Another 28.
yeah.
Roll perception so Herodice doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. When I
Everybody-
finally roll a good perception session.
Ah, that's the worst perception Neri's rolled all day.
Yeah, that's like a
good.
2. That's like a 2 for her.
All
I
right,
just
you all
keep
roll.
rolling 18s.
You really do. Yeah, you've rolled 28 like 6 times, man. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys see a hallway.
We see the hallway we came from, and we see the other hallway which we didn't choose to go through the first time.
The yucky hallway.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You found
Now
a hallway.
we have to go through the yucky hallway. Yay!
And Neri's
Yep.
concentrating on a spell for next time.
I told you guys this would be sad.
Yes.
I didn't
the
actually
feels.
start crying, but I'm like, yeah, Neri's definitely crying.
I'm
Yeah, I
just
thought-
over here like, oh, this resonates with Kundo.
This guy made Herodias pull out a hair or a feather. That hurts.
Oh yeah.
For Thov again, player not crying too much. Thov's all seeing a lesser experience
Just like
in
God.
just some of the events that happened, and
Yeah.
a fear of what could.
Yep, Myth,
Uh,
fuck you. You
who's-
made me tear up.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not,
Then-
but
Yeah, Neri saw the fact that like, oh god, she sees that just dedicated passion to everything. And I'm like, oh god, that's me.
That was the feels trip. Feels trip. That's the name. That's the name of the episode.
Oh no, that might
We're-
be a little.
No, two on the nose.
We're
Train
going
eye,
on a
train eye.
feels trip.
Train eye.
Yeah.
Well, we can decide the name after the session, so we should probably go ahead and do a wrap up so we don't go on for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, guys. I'm glad you were here for the tale of Valexion.
Why did it have to end so soon?
That sweet man.
So, yeah, the insight or perception check I had you guys make was DC 17 or DC 22.
Mm.
I literally was it 22 for insight.
The 17 was for perception or insight. The 22 was for insight in specific.
Oh god.
A successful DC 17 perception or insight check reveals that there are tears in the creature's eyes. A successful DC 22 insight check reveals that, despite rage, it is undercut with sadness.
Oh.
Mm.
Kundo got neither, but he understands both.
Yeah, the way I wrote this, and... Oh, that was for detect thoughts.
Oh, oh,
I
Which
still
leads
got a
in-
22.
was that why you said you would have given it anyway?
Yeah, because you failed that save by a wide margin.
I know.
Like, Asmodeus's DC is 25, same as the Solar's.
Yeah, I could. On a wisdom save, I could not pass that.
Nat 20.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Shall we
Yeah,
wrap
so
in
let's-
session?
Yes, let's wrap this up now.
Anyone with any kind of special announcements?
I do.
Go ahead.
Announce it!
Okay, it's the same, literally the same from Tuesday, but still. Find me. I play D&D on Sundays, and I play it here. I'm putting it in the Twitch and the Roll20. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play a Blood Hunter. We do some weird shit. And then Mondays, we talk about the weird shit that we do in game. The
And that
bard
is
is kind
at
of it.
twitch.tv /Letvarian_citizen.
Yes, that is the DM Twitch.
Not Latvia, Latveria.
Oh, Letvarian.
Glory to Archtoska.
No. No, that's Dr. Doom. Uncultured swine.
But that is my announcement.
I don't
Yep.
really have any announcements.
Yeah. I don't got anything I haven't shilled 100 times already.
This Saturday, another D&D session on Tired Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We playing Curse of Strahd. I almost die.
I will
Sounds
change
like
it.
Strahd.
The fucking bastard. Shit.
Yeah.
Trying to kill Anya. Anya's best girl, but she's not gonna survive very long.
Mm.
Better than
All
Sam,
right.
though.
And I think the only
Yep.
other announcement
Mhm.
is just that on Tuesday we'll reconvene with myself, Andy, and Z, along with Small Lizlord and Jack Dittman and then the DM for that game being Night Hunter 66 for another foray into the forest.
No, that is
We fought
66.
voters last time. I wonder what's going to happen next.
My
That
bird
is
almost
66
died.
The number, not 6D6.
I said 66. It's
No,
my
I know.
accent.
Just clarification.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It's my accent.
The number,
Just,
not the
yeah,
dice.
he may be a huge D&D nerd, but he doesn't have D&D dice in his name.
Yeah. But I believe that's everything. So with that, I think we shall have everyone say goodbye, and then
Bye-bye.
and then we will discuss, what to name the episode.
All right, goodbye, peoples.
Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.
Wee howdy, partner.
Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
now let's go.
But see y'all next week.
Yep.